Hello, everybody, and welcome to session 2 of Infinite of Fantasy. I am joined by the Hallcast. Say hello, Hallcast.
Hello,
cast.
Getting
Pretty sure it's full cast.
worst, better.
It's full cast.
It's
I don't
whatever
do
I
it,
say
so-
it is,
Do what
right?
he wants.
Well, I don't do anything, so I refuse.
All right. To quickly recap, last session saw our various disparate heroes slowly kind of, coming together as if by some hidden hand or fate. By some hidden hand or fate. We had Agatha, the young, not ne'er-do-well, but what's the word for when you skip school? My brain's failing me right now.
Truant.
Truant, yes, the young truant, who
I'm just a lovable scamp. What are you talking about?
who was conversing with their recently fired teacher, or one of them, Silas Ryan, went to go attend a protest, an anti-Egbralian imperial protest in the city of Solness. Silas went off to go pack their things as they were planning on leaving. Meanwhile, Zed saw an opportunity to continue his mission for the Resistance and sneak into the facility they had been investigating for some time, alongside Roscoe, the turncoat Imperial soldier, and Asta, another member of the Resistance who is currently not undercover per se, but works on airships, kind of going around working as a courier and doing odd jobs for them. The group, partially via curiosity, partially via the situation at the protest, and partially because it was their job, found themselves at the Gestalt research facility deep in the bowels, where they found these scientists seemingly struggling to contain some strange entity trapped in a mix of machinery and crystal. Upon knocking out all of the scientists, this strange construct failed, exploding outwards, shattering the crystal, and whatever thing was trapped inside has disappeared, leaving only a beam of energy shooting out into the sky, destroying, leaving a almost perfect circle up into the air, straight up through the building. So much so that as we come back, we kind of are going down from the shot of the sky, where like the water pipes are starting to flow again after a moment, and just like emptying water down into this hole where you guys are currently at. So it's like slowly getting a little bit wet. It's going to take a long time for it to fill or anything. It's a big room, but it is like, there's starting to become water collecting into the lowest most point in this room. Agatha was currently in the kind of observation room up above everything else. Various other people are down on the ground floor, having taken whatever cover they could find, or not in some of your cases, as they attempted to escape via other methods. I believe many of you are somewhat injured to degrees. Maybe not many of you, but at least a couple of you. I'm just going to open it up. What's everybody doing?
Zale will immediately, firstly grab his coat and make sure Asta's fine. Because I recall throwing it on Asta as one extra barrier of protection, since it's a heavy coat.
She's a little singed, but she's fine. Otherwise,
It's all right, well, 2 out of 5. And then I guess we'll look for Roscoe.
Roscoe's over by the elevator doors where he had been blasted back into him. And as he's like kind of getting out of a dent he made in the door, he notices that a few strands of hair have fallen in front of his face, and he moves his arm and pops out like an emergency can of pomade. But he very quickly brushes through his own hair. Then we'll see you and give you a thumbs up.
Zed,
I love him.
Zed shouts over and says, I'm trying to remember Zale's thing. He's like, okay, does the elevator work? And also, where's that kid going?
That Silas is, we pan over to Silas, who is peering down towards that office door, just kind of with one brow raised, kind of waiting. Good,
Agatha pokes her head out.
good instincts, Miss Locke.
Hey, what the fuck?
Whatever happened, we need to be not here because we are, I imagine, about to become incredibly valuable to the Empire, and I don't want to be captured by them. And Zed takes a second, actually shakes his head clear, and then murmurs just to Asta and says, I don't suppose you happen to notice a way out that isn't this elevator if it's not working?
Can Roscoe check to see if the elevator's working?
It seems, I mean, you're hitting the button again. It seems to be, you're not sure if it is broken because of the blast or if it is locked because of the breach. But one of those two things is true. It is currently not working.
While everyone's poking around the elevator, can Agatha take a couple of seconds to go and poke around the destroyed remnants of the machine?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Silas passes you on his way into the office to check the office out.
Yeah. 27. Wow. Even better. You're kind of looking over everything, trying to figure out this kind of dome or sphere of metal has been shredded. All the metal bits were thrown out against the wall. There's a pile of crystal dust. And as you sift through that, you very quickly recognize it as this is actually refined aetheryte. This is the stuff that they use to power all their various different kinds of magitech. This is in powdered form. So whatever was in there beforehand was kind of encased in that. There's no remnant of whatever thing that Asta, I believe it was Asta that looked at, yeah. Mm-hmm. Whatever Asta saw, there's no remnant of that. But as you're looking through it all, you do hear that same voice in your head very quickly, as though it is not easy to communicate in this method. Just say, "Run."
Run. What?
And you
did
all
everybody
hear
else
this.
hear that?
The explosion was very loud.
You do all
Did you say we all hear?
Yeah, you do all hear the voice tell you to run. The same voice that you heard earlier.
That I have many of these in my head. We should probably listen to this one.
So the beam destroyed everything going up, presumably, right?
Yeah, if you could fly, you could get up. The ceiling is quite tall here. It's probably about 20 feet up. So you might be able to climb somehow, but it's not going to be easy.
When
For all
we
of you,
came
for some
down,
of you, it might be easier.
when we came down the elevator, did it have standard, safety elevator features like a hatch in the ceiling and things of that nature?
If you could break into the elevator and you did dent it, you could also try to get out that way.
I'm gonna make a pitch. Agatha looks around. I think she is reasonably able to take stock that most, if not all of us, are not going to be able to like scramble up the walls. She's going to turn to Asta. She's going to go, "Can I have whatever fake like ID card y'all use to get in here?" "No, I have the fake ID card." "Never mind."
I lockpicked it.
"That's right. No, scratch what that was." Agatha like notes that she still has that ID card in her pocket and wants to just try to get up a floor to see if she can like get to the elevator from a different floor and get it working like in that direction. Yeah.
Go ahead and make me an athletics or acrobatics check. This is very hard because you're going to have to like do some like monkey bar swinging to get up there, but it doesn't matter because you crit it. Yeah, totally. you can describe how you use a mix of like actively like sparking like hanging down big electrical wires and like the light fixtures and everything too, because it's not like a like the wall like runs up and then it goes out and then there's the hole. So it's not like you could just climb up the wall and then just be there. You have to like maneuver up and around. But you can describe that.
So there's like a bunch of rubble and debris everywhere, and Agatha is taking stock of that. There's sort of like a brief moment where she gets into like a track position, like pre about to start like a 40-meter dash sort of position, and then like explodes into a quick dash, one foot kicking onto like one of the bigger pieces of stable debris, which goes flying out from under her. Where she reaches up, she grabs sort of like the first like bit of wire and starts like monkey barring, pushing off of like walls while like very sinewy like arms are like grabbing different like ropes and such. As she really is like working hard to remember the things she learned in gym class and how much she hated the boring process of just climbing up and down that rope. And she's like, well, this would have been, and she thinks to herself, this would have been a lot more fun, and I would have paid a lot more attention if this is how we were doing athletics.
All right. So you get up there and are able to loop back around, pressing the elevator button again. It does open. The elevator is not there. You can see the elevator seems to be locked down at the first floor. You think it's probably broken, but you might be able to climb down and help them get up that way. It is a much easier climb going this way.
Yeah, Agatha will hop down the shaft, and presumably there's like a,
like a service hatch,
like
so you can
a service hatch.
Yeah, you hop down into the elevator. You can see the dent that Roscoe's body made, and you can even see into the room a little bit. But opening it is still going to be a bit of a challenge. You think with both of you on this side, though, you might be able to pull it open with Roscoe's help.
Hey, not a cop guy. Can you grab like one and we can like coordinate our pulls maybe?
Gotcha. Let's go forward. Roscoe will get in position.
Make me, whoever's leading can make me a black check with advantage. Probably Roscoe.
Oh, terrible.
That's very funny.
Wow.
And this is happening inside the shaft, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're pulling, struggling to get. I mean, Agatha's free. Agatha could leave. It's the rest of you that are having trouble here.
Best I can do is levitate one person at a time, and I can do that twice. So we got to figure out something else.
While I'm
with the Roscoe-sized dent, and then also taking like the burning of the Magitech arms. How sturdy are these doors?
They're not that certain. They're hard. It's hard to open, but like if you spent time, you could definitely punch your way through it. It's just about how long it's going to take because the klaxons are klaxoning.
Roscoe's going to take a test punch.
You kind of widen the dent a little bit, especially now that it's dented as well. The metal's weakened. You know, you could punch your way through.
I assume
well-
while this is happening, like, we can be looking around to see if there's any other exit that nobody else noticed, right?
Sure. Yeah, you can take a look.
Well, I have extreme faith in the Asta and Zed combo.
Do investigation or perception.
I will do investigation.
Yeah, I'll do it. I will also do investigation.
Investigation's gonna take longer, I will tell you.
Pretty shit.
Well,
Pretty shit.
it was visual
And then-
investigation, which we're both also bad at.
Yeah. Looking around and trying to find, you're like, well, there's got to be like some kind of service exit, other hatch. They wouldn't just have this one elevator down here. But it's possible it's covered underneath rubble and you're just not finding it very quickly. Certainly not by the time that Roscoe has managed to just like just blow open these doors with his fists. It does, again, it takes a couple rounds. Like you're having to punch this several times, but you're able to force this open enough that everybody can squeeze through. It's not like completely off the hinges or anything, but even Roscoe can squeeze through now. And once you're in the elevator, it is a bit of like you have to get up on top of it. That's a little tricky, but between all of you, you're able to get up and out onto the first floor.
While all that was
the
happening,
next floor.
while all that was happening is when I had passed Agatha into the office, were there any conspicuous binders, file cabinets, or like clipboards that would be like easy to grab and
I mean, take your pick. There's tons of that. I'll let you make a. You could just grab something, and I'll let you roll a d20, or you can make an investigation check, but you're slowing everybody else down at that point.
No, it'll be a grab something. And if I have like a moment to grab a thing, it's whatever looks like it's been handled the most. Right?
Yeah, there's definitely
or if I see something that's very
binders.
secure, like or if I see something very secure in that moment, but I would just grab whatever like is the most referenced.
Just roll me a d20.
Cool.
And you will get something. It just,
Yeah.
We'll see how important it is. Okay, you're not sure what you have. You don't have time to look through it, but you do grab a binder very quickly and head out with everybody else. So you guys
Shove it in my pack next to all my other stuff that I took out of my own office.
Yeah, Silas takes a little bit longer than everybody else, and is now carrying something you all can see. But you all eventually get up, and you're still in the facility. Sirens blaring. You do see a couple people running around, but they're like they don't even notice you at the moment. They're just like scientists, like trying to figure out what's going on. And this is like down the various hallways.
We all see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Roscoe will look over to Zale, see if he has like an idea of what to do. But Roscoe will just ready a fist at his side as the backup.
Zale says, okay, well, I mean, you're meant to guard this place. The klaxons are going off. You're guarding it. You found. He looks at the other three and says, 2 protesters and a slightly injured mechanic. I mean, I'm also here. He doesn't linger on like what his out is for this, but
Uh,
I don't know. As you say, I am also here. You look around. Agatha's actually not there anymore. She is just trying to like dodge, like within the chaos right now of people.
So you're just trying to like get out and like hopefully people ignore you.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make me. This will be a stealth check. I want you to use charisma, so we will modify that however needs be.
Yeah, mistaken.
Because you're not trying to not
is
be
this
seen,
the
right?
thing-
You're trying to not be noticed. It's a very different thing that's happening here.
So that's minus. I have a +0 charisma, so instead of a 27, that should be a 20. A 22.
As you like well, I guess you've rolled, so it doesn't make.
Zed looks around and is like, great, lost one already. Well, one person that snuck in, an injured mechanic.
Yeah.
You.
yep.
Sorry, just
Roscoe will stand up and will like position like behind the rest of them and will kind of just get into the like, come on, move, and like kind of like pushing like forward, like had gathered up a group of people and it's like pushing them forward to keep marching like to another location.
Zale will like take a moment where it looks like he's like not ready to move, and in that moment, like murmur to Silas and Asta, it's like, if you see that kid, grab her, because if she's on the cameras anywhere, they'll just execute her.
Are you sorry? So are you guys trying to follow in the direction that Agatha is leading, quote unquote, or are you like, well, Agatha's lost?
Zale's direction is we have to get out. If Agatha chooses to run off and gets executed, that's literally something that I could not have stopped happening because I didn't see her leave.
Okay.
I was like,
So-
did we see where Agatha went?
I
None
mean,
of us have even the potential
None of
to see
us
that.
have
No, hold on,
perception
hold on.
to do that.
Hold on. This is again. Agatha is attempting to move through the crowd as though they're supposed to be there. You all can see them do
I
this.
was
They're
checking
not
my perception.
stealthing like they're hidden.
Okay.
Oh.
They're running
Okay.
down hallways. So if you
Yeah.
would like to try to follow them, again, you will have to be doing the same thing or otherwise be noticed. That is the problem.
Ugh.
With the knowledge that Roscoe may have of this facility, if he's even remotely been down this way, probably not. But are they heading in the direction of an exit, or are they kind of just picked a hall and just chose it?
Agatha, I will allow you to do an intelligence check to see how well you remember how you could get out of here.
Which so just a straight intelligence.
Just a straight intelligence check. They're moving away from the elevator. Presumably, they will hit an exit. Is the thinking? They're not like heading deeper into the facility because you're already at the deepest point. So out is good, I guess.
We
Given that we can still see. Sorry, you go ahead, Charlie.
we leveled last time, right?
Yes, you
That-
did.
Anything that we leveled, we don't have new prepared spells from that level list, right?
No, you do not.
Okay.
At the moment you pretty much have the HP and the proficiency bonus.
Okay.
You
how
haven't had time to
far-
prepare any new stuff.
Right. I figured not. How far did Agatha get away from us?
It's sounding like pretty far because you guys are spending a little bit dithering. So,
Okay, so
I just
They're
wasn't
like
sure
about
how
to-
like that scene played out.
they're
yeah,
Really.
I thought we
about
didn't see
to-
her.
they're like
Yeah,
about to
like
haul away
my-
in a second.
Zed will like turn to Roscoe now that I know that we can actually just see Agatha like making her way, and says, "Okay, Roscoe, get these two out. I'm gonna follow that child. Meet me at the meeting place." And like Zed does a really good impression of Roscoe by grabbing Roscoe's like open shirt and saying, "Don't be late." But it's clearly meant to be like a friendly joke because Roscoe would know that Zed could not punch someone to save his life. And then I will.
Before
As-
you leave, in case it's useful, Roscoe will reach on his vest and take off like a patch that just seems like to be some type of like standardized like military insignia thing. We'll take it off his vest and we'll hand it to you. Everyone already knows who I am.
Silas is going to step forward and shake his head a little and says, "She's not going to follow you. She has a bit of problem with authority.
You can join the
Your
club.
idea is the best one, but I will have to accompany you if you want her to leave quietly."
Zed says, "The problem," and this is like he's a completely different person when he says this to you. I think he says, "The problem is that I don't trust you." And then he clicks his fingers, and there's like this audible kind of melodic sound, and I'll cast Kinetic Jaunt on myself, which increases my walking speed by 10 feet, and I can move through the spaces of other creatures as if it's not difficult terrain. So I will just like zip off into the crowd. And if Silas tries to follow me, maybe Roscoe knocks him out. Zed's not sure.
Right.
Zed doesn't care.
Agatha is moving quick. Like you have this spell, but Agatha is still moving. I think maybe slightly faster than you because of Rogue.
Yeah.
But you're able to. You have them in your sights, and you're following them. People are noticing you, but you're kind of moving through them in such a way that they're not doing anything about it at the moment. What are the other three doing?
As soon as Dale's leaving, Roscoe will then turn to Asta and Silas and immediately slip back into, "Why'd you quit moving?" and like push like towards walking, and then will more quietly to Silas. "I know you're thinking about probably running off. Not a good idea. He said that she's allergic to authority. The Empire is too, except they treat allergies with bullets."
Silas just doesn't quite roll his eyes, but there's like a look, like a side eye. And he says, "Do you have a list of quips?"
Would I need one?
If there's one thing she's also good at, it's escaping the consequences of her actions.
Everyone's good at that, or not.
Are you-
Keep
Are you
pushing.
trying to... Alice is like, were you trying to reassure or like... but we'll move after. And isn't really playing it up when, you know, he stumbles every time Roscoe kind of shoves because he's a weedy guy.
But yeah, Roscoe is trying to move the two. Like, it seems like we got to this other floor with the elevator, so we're looking for like stairs, I guess, because the elevator's broke.
Sure, you can. I will say, Roscoe, you haven't been this deep in the facility, but you have worked with the Empire for long enough that you kind of understand how they tend to lay things out enough that you
Their
can
construction.
quickly find, or relatively quickly find, an exit. You don't. Do you want to enter out the front? Probably not. That would be my question. But maybe Roscoe's not thinking about that.
Do I want to what?
Enter out to exit out of the front like doors, or do you want to try to go out a back way?
Preferably a side exit.
Okay, it's going to take you a little bit longer to loop around, but you guys are fine getting there. At some point, Roscoe, you're heading them out and you're getting pretty close to the exit. Again, you feel like you're almost in the clear when there is a batch of soldiers that like turn the corner at the same time as you guys and are looking around and like have their weapons out, and they all like stop you. They're going to say, who are these two with you? They don't have badges.
Roscoe will just seemingly, because it's more of a reflex than Asta, will like cuff Silas in the back of the head. And then towards the guards. Wait, hold up. Are you the ones at the front? Why the fuck did you let civilians in here? I found these two all the way back there.
Silas is going to chirp up. I told you already. I had an interview. I don't in the chaos of my badge.
I cuff
and-
Silas in.
Just trying to support you with the with the lie.
All right. Make me a deception check.
Is there any advantage?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage. That's fine. I thought about that. That's fair.
21.
Okay. They're like, they're looking at your rank. They're like of a similar rank, but you still do outrank them. They say, sorry, sir, as you were, we're evacuating. Get to the nearest exit, and he's gonna, they're gonna, charge off again. While that's happening, Agatha, you are making your way, through the hallways, again, not being seen by virtue of there being chaos, and you are just a person who is running kind of in the direction of out. I want to say this. I think you do notice that Zale is following you, but only Zale. You're not sure where the others went.
I mean, Agatha keeps moving, and I think tries to catch Zale's eye and raises an eyebrow and why aren't the others following? Kind of communication, but is going to keep going in the direction of I think out is probably this way.
Can I make a persuasion check to try and intimate because you don't know where you're going with my own eyebrows?
With disadvantage, sure. I think that's kind of hard to do with eyebrows.
What if it's performance instead of persuasion?
Well,
It's
you're the one
performative
who
stage
asked
eyebrow.
for that check.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I forgot that I have expertise. Well, that's not advantage.
Well,
Well, that was depressing.
yeah, that's sad. With a 16, I will give you that. I get that. You seem to be getting a questioning, to where kind of look. from Zale. You are free to stop and talk to each other. Let me just make that clear.
You know, there's too many people. You
I can't
you
stop.
can't.
I'm chasing
Agatha-
someone. I can't
Agatha,
stop
you are getting close to the exit. You know, it's where everybody else is heading.
You're gonna keep heading that way.
All right. The two of you burst out the front exit. There is a mass of people here. A bunch of white coats mixed in with like technicians, people in civilian clothes, and a bunch of soldiers. There are like soldiers manning the gates. I think, Zale, you have like no perception, right?
I have one. I'm flat. My perception is flat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Agatha, you do notice that there is blood in the street beyond this area, but there are soldiers manning it. There's a mob of them. There are like 4 of these Magitech armors, the same ones that kind of to break up the riot or the protest, that are like penning everybody in. The soldiers are like going through and they're checking people. Like even if they have badges, it doesn't matter. They're like going one by one. Okay, everybody line up. You can see like emergency services are on their way. The fire trucks, etc., are coming down. But you're not going to be able to get out through this exit unless you like hop the walls or something. And there are tons of eyes over here. Zale pulls up next to you shortly thereafter.
Damn it. Do I still have the guard identity that they offered me forever ago when I started this fucking mission? Just
Well, you don't have a uniform or anything on,
You do have a badge.
but you do
But I
have
have
a
a
badge.
Hmm.
but it is for a grunt. Kind of doesn't line up well. Zale like murmurs quite quietly to Agatha. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Other exits were not going to be quite so tough to get out of. And he's like looking around, scanning to see the amount of people, like trying to think of a way out that isn't just like have to talk his way out and also Agatha's way out.
You could try to slip around. Presumably the others are going towards the back. That's going to be like a stealth thing. So something
I
Agatha
think he
is quite good at.
says to Agatha, okay, I think we should find another exit. But says it like your input is necessary for me to make this decision. I'm not making the decision to just leave you.
Before engaging with that, can I just take a second to we've said there's, you know, chaos, there's the armors are pinning people down, there's blood in the street. Is there enough information to put together that the protesters have been like violently attacked in some capacity?
With your intelligence, we'll say what you think happened is that the people came in, the armors came in to try to break up the protests. And during the flood at some point, those soldiers that you saw being like, you can't go this way, you need to go that way. People started to get too close to them, and they're here to protect this facility, and they did not care about the protesters more than they cared about their job.
Yeah, I think okay. I think as Agatha like sort of is putting that together, she sinks a little bit out of like I am making decision mode. Her hoodie drawstring hoodies like gets popped onto her head, and then she like hunkers in on herself a little bit, and she like a little duckling just sort of like turns to Zale and like I'll follow you at this point, but doesn't like say anything.
Zale's face is the most stoic a face could ever be, and that is always the case unless he's trying to like show something. But there's an internal thing of like, she'll just probably get executed, and that might be better for everybody except for her. And there's a bit where he does like the math of it, and he's like, "But I can't live with myself if that happens." So he kind of like puts his hand on her shoulder, and like kind of tries to swirl with the mob of people back towards the door. Yeah, to just try and find another exit, because this exit is not. He could maybe talk his way through it. He doesn't think he could get Agatha out as well.
Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check as you're trying to kind of, again, they're trying to sort of corral people. So you're trying to use the crowd and everything to move out to the back ways without being noticed. So with Dex as normal.
I assume that it's been more than a minute, right?
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Ending my concentration. Well,
Yeah,
at least I wasted the bad roll on that.
crushed it.
God.
Oh.
It's my second natural one on a stealth check
Mm.
in this game.
So
all
Agatha
one.
is
30.
moving fine and like is again standing low, doing their thing, moving around, like staying behind people, like wherever they can behind the white coats, so that the soldiers aren't noticing them. Zed, you unfortunately stick out a little bit, and you are stopped by a grunt who says, "Hold on, everybody needs to go to the front." And he's like gesturing at you with his rifle.
He's a grunt.
Yeah, he is a grunt.
Okay. Zed like pulls out the insignia that Roscoe gave him, which is a higher, like whatever Roscoe's rank is, which Zed knows, but Jack can't remember. Like special lieutenant or something weird, right?
Yeah, he's-
Technical officer.
He's a technical officer, and it's spelt with a K, not with a CH,
Of course it is.
because Magitech.
Sure. He pulls out the insignia and he says, "Don't you know who I am?"
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Great. Completely fine. Oh, that's fine. 23.
Okay. He like looks at your outfit for a second, is slightly confused, but then the tone like shocks him back. He says, "Oh, sorry, sir." And he salutes. "I didn't recognize you. Of uniform." He's like thinking back, like, "Who is this guy?"
Classic.
Zed reaches up and like pats him on the bit where I assume his cheek is showing, because he's got one of those weird villain masks. I assume they're wearing a thing that shows just the bottom of their mouth. He like pats him.
Yes, 100%.
No harm done. I just forgot my. Sorry, Jack's brain is not working. Zed says, I just forgot my subordinate in there. You didn't see him, did you? Older gentleman, scruffy beard. I just described Silas one for one.
He kind of thinks for a minute. He says, "No, I don't believe so, sir."
Well, I'll be coming out this way again once I find him.
He nods. I don't know if you're aware, they're directing us to corral all personnel to be interviewed and checked for explosive devices, that sort of thing.
Yes, of course. That's why I want to make sure that my subordinate comes out the correct way. He's quite new. I'm a bit concerned about him.
He nods. "I'll keep my eyes out."
Great. Excellent. Hopefully, we'll never come back to Silas whatsoever. And then I like step in the door and like go back to finding Agatha and getting out another way.
Okay, so you guys are rounding the corners. I'm gonna jump back to the other three. So you three have taken out the back way. There are some soldiers back here at this point in time. There weren't previously, but it seems like there's been enough time since the explosion that they're like, okay, we need to get the perimeter back. We need to do this, this, and that. How are you guys planning on getting past these people unseen? There is like stuff to hide. There's, again, it's very industrial kind of oil refinery vibes. Lots of pipes, tubes, shipping containers, etc. But what is your plan?
As we were leaving the facility, I think Asta would have just kind of covered herself, not completely covered herself, but really covers herself in a strategic way with grease and soot and stuff to make it seem like she's just a mechanic who's been caught up in a mess and didn't have time to clean up. Just kind of trying to make herself seem smaller, even though she's quite large. Just trying to be unnoticeable as best as she can.
Yeah, and I'm keeping an eye out for any like hooks on which. I mean, I haven't had time to assemble a disguise, but as we're on our way towards there, I'm trying to see if there's anything that I can use to kind of make myself blend in a little bit more, less on the mechanic side and more on either the scientist or guardsman side, so I can fit with Roscoe somehow.
Roscoe sees the guards, and we'll turn to the other two. We'll do a double take as he completely did not notice that Asta now looks like a chimney or like an exhaust pipe. And then we'll be looking through the two. All right, either of you good at sneaking, speed, unseen, generally? I can probably just slip through these people. I was supposed to be here in the first place.
Hardly.
I do okay. Surprising for someone of my stature, I know, but I can do it.
I can cause a distraction if it would help for you.
Silas kind of like Silas grimaces, and we'll take another glance around and see if there's anything that would kind of foster a persuasive exit rather than a sneaky exit.
Make me make me an insight check. I think is best here.
26.
No, you are not really meant to exit this way, and any soldiers who see you are probably going to stop you, even if you're with Roscoe. But it's probably still easier than going out the front.
How many soldiers are there?
They're spread out, but it's like I'm going to say like a dozen or so. Once you get over the wall, you'll be in like, again, an industrial zone, lots of cover, etc. And if you can get to the river, you're probably in the clear. It's just about getting up and over the wall without being seen or charging through.
Yeah. Silas says, chances are I'm not going to sneak well, but we could give that a go and then run like hell if it doesn't work out. Perhaps we split a little bit so that I don't put either of the two of you at further risk.
Right. Well, if I draw God attention, easy enough done. Gestures to himself. The two of you, can you get over that? And kind of like gestures at the wall.
How
Sounds
tall
like
is this
plan.
wall?
It's like a good 15 feet, like concrete. It's climbable if you get a running jump.
All right. Silas gives a bit of a shrug. And I think, let's see, I cat's grace myself. Strength. Dex. Yeah, I'll cat's grace myself with enhanced ability.
Okay. So then, Roscoe, what is your plan exactly? I just want to clarify myself.
If they seem like they're ready to try to get over to this wall,
Mhm.
to facilitate guards looking not in that direction, Roscoe would back up and then very loudly like slam open the door, like out, like he's kind of like half stumbling out. He didn't take a lot of damage, but he is like, his uniform is tore up a
Mhm.
bit, like his sleeves look like they've been burned. Before he lets Asta go, he probably grimaces, but then like pats her back once to get some like grime and like puts it kind of on his face. Basically just being very attention.
Okay, you want to be like noticeable. Make me a
Yeah.
performance check, I think. Oops. And then the other two, could you make me a stealth check with advantage?
Happy to.
15.
Oh,
Can't see what that is.
did
I'll
too.
take
Not
it.
good.
18 instead of the 2.
Ad-
No, that's it
advantage.
rolled with disadvantage, so it's 18. I just figured it'd be the same
10
way
is
either way.
still not great. I think what happens
Uh,
is
Yeah, Asta's the
Um,
problem.
Is there time?
It's
Is there
me.
time for a reaction in that
I'm
moment?
purple hair.
to do what?
I can't. I'm trying to see it. I don't think I wrote down. I think I only had one of my dice left, or one of my dice from the thing. So never mind.
Okay. So I think what happens is Zale and Agatha, the two of you, 'cause you were moving quicker, so you backtrack and go out the side exit, or a side exit, around the same time that this is happening. So the two of you see Roscoe, like the door opens up. He's like smoking, like making a big show of himself, like injured, quote unquote. While the guards are kind of honing in on him, the others are trying to sneak across to the wall. You two have a moment where, if you like, you try to take advantage of this as well.
I mean, Agatha is not one to wait when an opportunity to dodge away unnoticed presents itself. So we'll similarly try to like maybe like get up level with Orion again.
Yeah, you are much faster, so that's totally possible. Go ahead and we can use your previous stealth check. I think that's still ongoing. So you're darting in and out and like coming at them from the side to get up on the wall. Zale.
I think Zed assumes that Roscoe can handle what he's got going on and like sees Asta and Silas trying to be stealthy and will like join them in attempting to basically follow them and like not sure what they're doing, but assume that Asta's got a good plan or that Roscoe told them a good direction.
Can you make me a new stealth check? Because your previous one was bad.
Yeah, sure. I can roll infinite natural ones. So, oh no, 17. I'm like not bad at stealth either. It's just
Okay.
natural ones make it bad.
I'm gonna give these guys checks. Not as individuals, but as a group. I have to do some quick math. Ugh.
Is the group stealth counting Agatha's previous stealth as well, since she's with them?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And it's
It
mine
is-
is not a 2 with advantage. It's
It is a
18.
17. Yeah.
No, 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's an
That's
18.
right. No, it's
no,
a
no,
17. I
okay.
looked
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
die. Yeah, I looked at the die, not the roll.
-1.
Okay. All right. So, Roscoe, you are distracting all these people, and then I need the people doing the wall to make me athletics acrobatics check to get over.
God, dog shit.
Zed will wait to help everybody like over to give. I'll take, if it means giving Asta advantage, I'll take disadvantage on mine. Like Zed is more concerned with these three getting out than him.
You can just help them. It is it's just going to take longer because it's to boost somebody up takes a little bit longer than like just scrabbling up, because then you have to go as well. But you can totally help them.
Yep. And then acrobatics for me.
Well, it's better.
Look,
No,
it is
sorry.
better
So
than
you
7.
you just do it.
Oh, okay.
The time penalty
Agatha?
is quite severe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agatha, since you have resumed or rejoined the party, Silas has not looked at you once, but is clearly very aware of where you are at all times, and like has not looked at you, but has a hand just nearby you at all times. It's just kind of hovering next to your shoulder.
Roscoe, you kind of feel like you've played this out. Like they're starting to go back to like scanning around as everybody's hopping over. So it's really about like, can they get over quickly? Agatha like just scampers over no problem and is like dropped down on the other side. Silas is a little bit slower, but kind of gets behind them. Asta scrambles and Zed notices, pauses, like boosts her up, and probably like Silas maybe reaches down and helps that over, and they both hop down. As Zed goes to scramble up, that one of the soldiers now sees that and starts to. You look at him, start to say something into the comms, and he's going to pull out the gun. What are you doing, Roscoe?
Do the other? Okay, let's hear the questions. How isolated is this grunt?
He's fairly isolated, but he's like up above you, so you're gonna have to run, do a bit of climbing, and then punch him.
Okay. Would I be able to get to him before he like uses his comms?
Probably
Do
not.
I think?
If he were just planning on shooting and then saying something, yes. But standard protocol: called in, then react.
Is this something that only Roscoe has time to react to?
Yes, because the rest of you are like
that's
dropped down by the time this is happening.
Okay.
Zed is focused on climbing.
Got it.
Trying to think. Okay, so Roscoe. will.
Zed's nearly there as well. So, you could just join them as well.
Roscoe will. Because he said the previous thing had been kind of like played out.
Yeah,
bit,
they saw you. They're like, he's injured. Oh, he's alive. Okay, I still have a job to do. So they're probably going to send somebody down to you. They're like the distracted.
Roscoe is going to yell up at the guard, specifically up at the guard that's just spotted Zed. Because he said he has a higher vantage, right?
Yes.
And is hoping that suddenly being yelled at will distract long enough for Zed to get over the wall being shot.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll call out, "Hey, you up there! Did you even see what the fuck happened? The whole floor exploded."
Okay, so he's like reaching for the radio. He pauses, notices that. Zed, you get up over. And he says, "Yeah, and there's people fleeing."
Yeah,
and
like,
he's gonna
like
reach
lookout,
down
right?
into the comms to start talking into the comms.
Yeah, Roscoe is doing his...
He does miss the shot, or the opportunity for a shot.
Okay.
Can I they're having a loud shouted conversation as they
Yes.
vault over the wall, right?
Yes.
Zed upon vaulting over the wall, touches what's the wall made out of?
Concrete.
Touches the concrete, and around his arm, a like kind of bestial arm appears that's like mostly translucent, and it just picks up like a really small pebble. And I want to cast stone on that guard to just try and confuse him even more in that moment as I vault over the edge of the thing.
Go ahead and make your attack roll. That's gonna hit. Not gonna kill him, but he is
Confused. The important thing is the confusion. I don't care about the damage.
all right. Yeah, Roscoe, you see a rock, like a small stone, zip and knock this guy, and he's kind of like stumbling for a second around and is discombobulated.
Okay. Roscoe is seeing that, immediately ignores the person he was just speaking to, and will head over towards like where he like. I'm assuming this side exit has like an actual exit out, like
It
of the
does
complex.
not. It does not.
Oh, it does
No,
not?
you're.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to hop the wall to get out this way. They had to hop the wall to get in this way as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, Roscoe will head over to one of the sort of on the ground and just, okay, I've got my breath, but what was that about heading to the front? There's not everyone running that way.
Sorry, I'm going to quickly see how. Let me read this spell again. Yeah, I'm gonna see how long it takes him to become not confused.
I assumed all of these were a minute, unless healed with presumably an easily accessible item to an NPC.
Oh, I had in my brain for some reason thought that they would get saves every round.
That's fine too. I didn't add it into any of them.
Yeah, I was just rereading that. I'll think about that later. What I will say is it's not preventing him from talking, so I'm going to have this guy make a couple intelligence rolls to try to properly communicate what's happened to see how long it takes for them to start reacting. Okay, apparently this guy's great. So things are gonna happen pretty quick. Roscoe, you walk to this guy, and you can hear on his comms like they were talking, like, saw, 4 people exit over the wall down the back, heading, would it be westbound? So you're hearing that over the radio. The guy's like, "Sir, they've ordered us to round up everybody at the front gates so that we can do interviews, checks, etc. We don't know exactly what happened downstairs, some sort of explosion, but they seem to suspect sabotage."
Right. Sorry, what was that on the comm?
He reaches down. He says, "Could you repeat?" And then the same message goes out. Spotted 4 apparent intruders fleeing westbound over the wall.
Shit.
He
We'll
probably
look
wouldn't
at-
say 4. He would say Anne because he didn't notice everybody else. My bad.
Roscoe will look like he's thinking for a second, and then kind of like stand up where he tries to like kind of stretch that thing where you're trying to like, if you're hurting, you kind of flex or stretch in a way that kind of alleviates it for a second. And then to him, pretty sure I'm faster than any of you. I'm gonna see if I can catch up.
He says, of course.
Yeah, and then Roscoe's gonna go over the wall and make a show of like sprinting in the direction.
Okay. You head over, sprint. The last thing you hear as you run away is send in the Magitech armor. And then you're super athletic. You spring over, climb, are down. The other 4. So it took Zed a moment longer to climb over. You guys are now in kind of the industrial zone, but it's more open. There's a bunch of different kinds of, again, factories, storage containers, shipping containers, rather, etc. All manner of sorts of things. Are you guys trying to hide, flee? What's the conversation like as you've moved away from the research facility a little bit?
Are we still within the area that is locked down? Was locked down for the protest?
No.
Okay,
You're not that
What
far
time?
away, but they didn't.
but we're not like locked.
They didn't
Yeah,
include this
okay.
industrial area in that sort of thing. I will also say the airship port is nearby, but if you go that way, there's going to be like a huge stretch of no cover up to where the actual terminals are at.
What about in the like other direction? Is there a way to loop back around to the market district where I made a made an acquaintance that might be willing to do us a favor?
Yes, you definitely could. And because Silas does not know what happened in front of that man's shop.
Okay.
So you definitely could. You do know that's near the front of the facility.
I think, assuming that people waited the moment that it took Zed extra to get across the wall, Zed's been looking down from the cemetery on like this area for like 2 months, right?
Yeah.
So he has a pretty good idea of like the lay of this area. And I think he says, well, someone saw me going over the wall, so that's not good. I think we're better off finding somewhere to hunker down and hide. rather than try and make it to the airship port or to. And then he says like he's going to say a place, and then like looks at the assembled people and like bites off the information before he says it and says
Silas will
yes.
jerk his head towards the direction of the shops and say, shops around that way. We could pretend we were just innocent, taking a stroll, buying pastries.
Or like at the front of the factory.
I don't know if there's an alley to get there faster, but it's the only place I know that we could hide.
Zed looks around at like
Andrew, we don't hear
the
you.
random buildings.
Sorry. Thank you, Chris. You could loop farther around, not necessarily have to go back to that shop, but just to the commercial district, if you wanted. It would be out of the way in comparison to like just getting out of here, but totally possible.
I think we just go pretend we are just distancing from the.
I think at this point, those of you who are, again, you've moved away from the wall, but those of you who are paying attention notice Roscoe hop over.
At a full sprint. Just like
Just
towards us.
Tom Cruise running.
Yeah.
Zed points at Asta.
Following him.
Do I see them?
What's your perception like?
It's a plus
Zed will
2.
make sure you see us. Like
Okay,
Yeah.
then yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Like, it's the thing where, which this may be a sign to Zed, where Roscoe clearly sees Zed and does turn in that direction, but then never breaks the full sprint.
Great. Zed says, "Okay, Asta, let's find somewhere to hide." Completely ignoring what Silas suggested, and we'll use that. Like, have the months of looking down at this area to kind of think of a building that didn't see much activity while he was looking at it, to just kind of try and break into and hide inside.
Yeah, there's like, if you go closer towards the river, a little bit to the west of here, there's a pretty quiet, like, yard, processing yard for like a shipping company that you think probably went out of business because you haven't seen anybody going there that you've noticed. So probably would be, a fairly good spot, low traffic.
Great. Zed outlines that location and says, "Well, we should run," given that Roscoe is running.
Following after.
Roscoe, yeah, if Roscoe in the sprint gets close enough to where he doesn't have to like yell to speak, we'll just say, "Descending Magitech arms."
Lovely.
Great. Zed doesn't break stride. He's quite slow sprinting.
Yeah. Yep. Silas is running after.
We are going to kind of switch gears then. It doesn't take you too long to get to this spot. You like quickly chain link fence, no problem, over, through, however. And you find yourself in this, again, slightly recently abandoned kind of shipping yard. There's like a main office. It's a little small, but you could go in there. There's also all sorts of, you could crack open a shipping container, hide in there, as is your preference. But you feel like you're mostly in the clear by the time you get there, at least for the time being. Enough that you can slow down and maybe talk and figure out what your next steps are.
I think as soon as we get into that space. Zed's preference is to just use the office, like cracking open a shipping container will make some more noise than just opening the office door. And like, if someone comes in and sees a shipping container that's slightly ajar, that's going to be weird. So his preference towards the office, and as he's kind of directing people up there, he kind of waits and stands like or walks next to Roscoe and says, "Do we have an exit strategy?"
No, not in particular. I don't believe.
I'm more concerned about preserving your cover in the military.
The gods before they well, the last thing I heard was the Magic Arms. Before I hopped the wall, they believed I was giving chase to you all, or to you specifically. So,
Just me.
just you.
Well, that's a relief. Better than them knowing about everyone. I think at that point, like Zed and Roscoe are standing at the door to this office in a way that is not meant to be intimidating, but it does look like you three are now trapped in an office by two like two resistance members. That
It's a
read it.
little dusty,
Zed has
but there's like, there's still like a full, like a couple full vending machines and like some tables, desks with papers on it.
Full vending machines, you say?
Well, when you walked in, they were full.
I need an enrichment activity.
There's at least one broken vending machine, a bunch of sodas on the floor. Not broken, but broken into, we'll say. The door's off.
Yeah, I'm elegant in my approaches. I don't know if you know my modifiers.
Huh.
So it's like perhaps
When we
perhaps this is a good idea. A time for us to get to introducing ourselves properly when we're not in the heat of an explosive facility that is probably the entire reason that your nation was taken over in the first place.
Agatha's juggling soda cans.
Zed is not unimpressed.
I think that Silas doesn't look up at your question because the first thing that Silas would have done when we had like a moment to breathe is I think he's trying to like think back to the quality of that voice that he heard earlier, and it's just like it's just in his head, and it's like, you still in there? trying to figure out what the hell was going on. He's just contemplating what that moment was, how it felt in his mind when he was being talked to, thinking about the spark.
Sure. Just make a wisdom check for me.
Yeah, sure. Flat 10.
You feel like there's something there, but you're having trouble connecting with it. You're still coming down from the adrenaline. There's a conversation happening. You think you could try again in a little bit.
Oh, Roscoe, how about you start since everyone's so reticent to say anything?
Just introductions then.
Yeah, try and leave off every championship.
We will be here for quite a while. My name is Roscoe, as I'm sure you've heard. You may have seen me. I was I'm not going to say former, I still perform sometimes. But I was a prize fighter, boxer, whatever you want to call it. Few championships under my belt. Strokes his beard lightly with the ringed hand, moves the fingers in a way that the rings are very visible. Moves on from that.
And that was how many years ago?
Will look Agatha. will not
Silas
respond
just
to it.
shaking his head very slightly, just once, just to.
Zed says, "Well, actually, it was a number of years, not that far in the past." Which he doesn't remember if that's a lie or not, but he does feel the need to defend Roscoe, who has done like a lot to just protect everybody.
But when the Empire came through my country, I made a unwise choice and joined them. Afterwards, I found myself joining the Resistance as I became more aware of some of the things the Empire was doing. Can't take back the choice, but can make the best of it. So, I'm an inside man.
I'm Asta.
Zed waits. Yeah, go ahead.
I work on airships. Mechanic, obviously. Not from Andrew, am I from the Empire? I forget.
You're not like from the homeland, quote unquote, but
Okay.
in the same way that Roscoe is, yes.
Okay. Work under Captain. Oh, Jesus. Why do I pick names for people that I don't remember?
Hildegard.
Holgard.
It's the same one. Same thing to me. One of them's a Final Fantasy reference, and you picked wrong.
Captain Holgard on the Priscillium, my current position.
Silas Orion, school teacher.
Riveting.
Zale
Like,
looks at Agatha.
She's still sort of like tossing the soda cans in her hand. She's not making eye contact with anyone. Her hood is like still up, and then like she finally like sort of peeks out from like the shadows of her own making. Agatha Locke, Solness native, pissed off.
Zed nods and says, "All right. Well, for at least the next day, I am Zale Keaton, Solness native. You may have heard of the Keatons," and he lists like where we used to live and stuff, and then says, "But in reality, I'm from the Empire. My name's Rays." And he kind of drops out of the Zale lightness and just says, and I'm technically a messenger, but as I said, the facility we just broke into and then out of in quite an explosive fashion was considered to be potentially the entire reason that Solness was occupied when it was. The Empire would never have left Solness to its own devices, but something about the Gestalt Corporation wanting to move into that facility now, it raised some alarm bells with the Resistance. And since I have what they call seniority, I was tasked with coming here to find out why. And he kind of looks at Asta and says, and I guess we found out why.
Indeed.
But you can now and going forward just call me Zed. He like shakes his head and goes, I'm not a huge fan of this particular role I was given to play.
So are we sharing our investigations with the class? What did y'all find there, and how do I get the Empire out of my back fucking yard?
Zed chuckles and says, well, they're here now. So it's their yard. Taking down the Empire, taking the Empire out of Solnus is not a thing that can be done in isolation. If you want to make a difference, he kind of shrugs. Some days I feel like we do, and he looks at Roscoe.
And then some days, or like today, where a machine blows up with voices in your head. And actually, no, never mind. No day's been like that.
Also, we did help the thing that was talking to us. Everybody was hearing that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I think it's still kind of Taps's temple. Did we help it? I
Well,
wasn't sure what
it's
happened
not
at the end.
captive anymore. With the time to process it, can I reason that that's an Esper? I forget if I rolled about it last time.
You did. But yes, that kind of, you've never heard of this one, but that kind of seems to fit the description. Not sure what else it would be.
Zed says to Asta, correct me if I misspeak in any way. And he says, I believe that the captive spirit was an Esper. It would explain the heightened monster attacks around Solnus. Esper activity is often a cause of heightened monster activity. It also would explain the Empire's interest in that facility and Solnus, being able to harness a different power that can be attached to its Magitech would make things even easier than the Empire already finds it.
That is my understanding as well. Certainly something that I had not yet experienced, but then again, I usually am just part of a crew for transport, so this is the most excitement I've had in a minute.
When
Go ahead, Agatha.
no, you ask your question.
Did you have something to also share with the class?
Agatha hates that her face changes. She hates that her own like snark got used against her. So like she was schlumpy, and like her face goes from being like I'm sullen to I am like very actively scowling. When I was poking around at the remains, I did notice, like, and maybe you also already noticed this while you were like, dicking around with it before it exploded, that the powdered crystalline structures were specifically like refined powdered aetherite. So I mean that kind of does suggest that they were wanting to use this to like power Magitech bullshit, where they were trying to like use Magitech bullshit to like contain the creature ineffectively.
Silas pulls the binder that he'd collected from the room in which they were trying to contain the Esper ineffectively, and kind of flips through it.
Yes.
Thank you.
The title seems to be Esper Bonding Research Notes Volume 1. It is a collation of initial experiments. Can you make me an Arcana check as you're reading this?
If I come over and like peer over your shoulder, can I give the help action on that? Never mind.
Sure. Hey, a 20 is not that good on this. I will just tell you that.
Yeah, it's not great.
And
it's not like
I don't have. Never mind. I don't have proficiency in Arcana. I forgot.
Well,
I can
then,
take a
yes.
look.
I think Silas is like kind of scanning through it in a way that's very public to the others. Like it's not like he's not trying to contain this to himself.
I think I might need some more time with this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool
So,
with it.
sorry, Jack. Go ahead.
I was going to say I will. Zale looks at everybody suddenly looking at this binder, and like just peers at it slightly, and I think nudges Asta and points out like something in the script that looks like it could be misinterpreted as a word that isn't arcane, and I'll just give Asta advantage instead of rolling myself. Because I respect that Asta
Yeah.
be the expert.
Okay. I see. Everyone's kind of looking at this. Part of the problem is that it reads as though you're supposed to know the
Shorthand
basic
and stuff in
idea, not the shorthand even, but like the basic idea for what it's talking about. So it's like reading a scientific paper, right? But they're not bothering to explain to you like a lot of the basics or the backgrounds.
There's no introduction section. It's
Right,
just
exactly.
results.
It just starts because these are notes. They're not like it's not written to be viewed for somebody coming into this for the first time. Probably if somebody were looking at this, they'd have like the overarching ideas explained to them beforehand. It
As
seems
everybody
to
begins to
be
study this, and Asta seems to be like really aware of it, I'm just going to pass it completely into Asta's hands
yeah.
and kind of nudge Agatha back.
It seems to be that they had captured an Esper somehow, encased in this aetheryte, and were performing experiments to do something called like making an Esper bond. They refer to it as an Esper bond, or sometimes they will say a forced Esper bond. Sometimes it's in shorthand, or they will say FEB. Or just EB at times, so that's a little confusing as you're reading it. But thanks to the kind of tips and go aheads from Zed, you're able to move some pieces together. It seems to be something they're trying to replicate, a phenomena that maybe you don't want to say natural, but that like has some mythological backing to it, whereby they want to essentially imbue Esper powers into individuals somehow. And there's a lot of technical information and readouts for that. They hadn't really gotten to the practical application stages yet, as far as you could tell from this volume. It kind of stops with them trying to figure out like what are the discharge rates power wise, like and it has lots of notes about like alternative uses like battery ? Or like airship power source ? Those kinds of things. So this was captured with a reason, but they're doing lots of different kinds of experiments here. And I'd say with the 26, that does make some references to Facility B, without explicitly ever stating where or what that is.
Mhm. Of course not. Perhaps we can
assuming
hold on
you
to this
like-
and dig into it more later, but because we are, this is really shouldn't have even been looking at this right now. I do find this quite interesting, but
Mhm.
perhaps later in a safer time and location.
Anybody who likes to can make a quite difficult history check.
I have a question
Gonna go
that
back to-
it might have just been the way that you were telling the story.
Yeah.
Or running through it. But do the notes say whether the Esper was already in aetheryte? That's awful. And I
No.
really hate that.
It's at that
Was it
sound
already in
happened.
aetheryte, or did they trap it inside aetheryte on their own?
It is implied that they trapped it somehow.
Okay.
That process is not detailed here.
Can I
It's
forgo
just,
the history check to reach out again, or has it not been long enough?
Yeah, sure. I think it's been like a little bit, so you're kind of like in a different mindset.
Oh,
now.
fuck you.
Right.
Oh,
my
sorry,
God.
that was.
Full on. I was like, oh, cool,
was
28.
sad.
Nope.
I'm still
Zed
Jeez.
actually is
figuring out
probably
whose dice are
distracted 'cause he wants to
who.
talk to Agatha.
I saw green.
Ah.
Um,
Right.
Yeah.
The way
Sad
this-
moments for me.
The way this insight check
Absolutely
goes is
Paul.
Silas is just kind of mulling over like the capture, and it's a very much like a sympathetic, almost like a you poor thing sort of moment in your head. It's like,
Oh, that's
hey,
right.
I'll take a 26.
Oh, should have been my 19.
Right.
I was robbed.
Had a lot
I
of
was
ones
robbed
today.
of that 19. With this information, you focus for a minute and try to connect back to wherever that voice was in your head, and as something seems to click in a moment. You all feel a burn is not quite right, somewhere between like a tingle and a slight electric shock on each of your hands, Roscoe, even on your Magitech arm, as it glows slightly with a symbol, or symbol is maybe not quite descriptive enough. It's almost more like a tattoo that Asta to you is reminiscent of the creature that was inside of that construct. And it's glowing a slight green. It will fade, and it is not like a permanent tattoo, but it is noticeable to all of you in this moment. As it flashes, Silas, you hear, thank you.
Silas kind of like half out loud, half in it hit like he is trying to talk just to it in his head, but it's not accustomed to doing that as a thing. So you kind of hear him kind of mumble, "You're welcome, but I don't think I had much to do with it."
Did we all hear the thank you?
That was directed towards Silas, actually.
Yeah, you hear
But you all
Silas
felt
talk
the
out loud.
tingle. But you do all hear, after a moment, that voice say, seek the others, look in the fields of fire first. You must be our heroes. And then after a moment, like it's trailing off, there's a slight warning sign that says, they're still coming for you. And the glow ends, connection end seems to fade slightly. And again, this all feels like it is somewhat difficult for this creature to do this.
Okay. So, just like the fields of fire, like a resistance code or something, or
Can I make a history check on the term "the fields of fire" before just saying it isn't to Agatha?
Sure.
$15.
15. It's probably, you're not sure if this is like a specific spot, but it's probably in the north, kind of near where Roscoe's from. There is a place in the mountains where one of the mountains is very volcanically active, and there are pools of magma within caves that leak out into the area. It's very sulfuric, ashy. There are some areas that are like fields of ash and magma and all these things. Probably it's talking about somewhere in there, excuse me.
Zed says, this is, I don't want to let anybody down, but the Resistance doesn't have code names that are that interesting. The Fields of Fire is probably referring to something in the northern mountains. It's a particularly volcanic area. I would,
So,
hazard a guess that if it's asking us to seek others, perhaps it's asking us to seek other espers like itself.
Facility B.
Maybe. It is Imperial. Well, everywhere in the north is Imperial, but
So we're bonded to this thing, then. You remember what that binder said?
yes, it seems that way. Zed is a little bit shaken by the fact that he seems to be bonded to an Esper. I have
Doesn't seem
I
like it should
have
be permanent,
some
but-
kinship. I have some kinship to monsters in general, but this is a step further even for me. And he kind of looks at the trio because, like, he just assumes Roscoe is all in on this and says, if this Esper is correct and that we need to be. I literally just wrote it down and forgot what it said because my brain is bad. If we must be the heroes, he looks at Agatha and then Asta and then finally Silas and says, is that a mantle each of you is willing to wear?
I mean, why are we like, waxing poetic? We should probably just get going.
Oh, did you have a handily available airship that we could take while having been hiding here for half an hour?
Asta
There's like an
said,
element of Zale happiness.
Asta already said that she had an airship.
I mean, it's not mine, but Captain Holgard is in our leanings, but we are in the middle of. Well, it is
Uh,
we did just deliver. So actually, this is actually a great time.
the port is probably
Not sure
still
how
locked
much she'll
down.
like it, but yeah, that's the issue.
Can I insight check if like that was you are imminently being hunted and need to run sort of notice, or if it was just an enigmatic like you can stay underground sort of moment? Like
Yeah. Make you can make an insight check.
Okay.
And out
one
of
of those very-
curiosity, what's everybody's passive perception?
Passive
Ew.
perception 9.
10.
14.
What's my passive?
Come on, cleric.
Mine's pretty decent.
Cleric
I have a
is
+7.
decent.
I can't
17.
remember how that translates.
It's on the right hand side of. If you go to
Yeah.
your character tab, it's just the right
Yeah,
hand
it's,
number.
it's 17.
It's always
Okay.
plus 10
I
unless
thought
you have
so.
observant. Or 10 above your mob. Okay, let me make.
Out of fear that this might be relevant, I do
Yes.
have alert, so I can't be surprised.
That is very relevant, actually. Silas, so you're having this moment where you're thinking, like, is that a warning? Something, and you're wondering, and you turn out towards the window, just like as you're doing this, like glancing about, and you happen to catch like the glint of metal that is like something metallic that has moved because you're not moving. So like the glint wasn't there before, and as you glance up, you do note what seems to be an Imperial soldier that has just climbed atop a shipping container, and in this moment, you look over to see a rocket heading for the window. I'm going to need everybody to make me dexterity saving throws. Agatha and Silas, you can have advantage because you were, well, Agatha, because you can't be surprised, and Silas, because you saw this coming.
Did we have
There.
enough time for a short rest?
Oof.
Yes, you would have. I meant to say that earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt the flow of the conversation.
And do I have
I
time
thought
in
that
that
might be
moment
the case.
to call people down? Like to say just down?
That's the only reason I'm giving you a roll, or some of you a roll.
Okay.
But yes,
So
you would have a
assuming
moment
that I
to
do say
shout.
something. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to change my blue magic to reset on short rest. I forgot.
Try to read the invincibility. and see if it
Dexterity
applies
save,
to
you said,
saving
huh?
throws. I don't think it does.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and move us to a map.
Does the short rest give us our new spell slots and stuff?
If you would get you have the slots, yes. You just don't have new prepared spells. If you would have those,
But I'm
Um,
spells known,
that's true.
so they just
uh,
come to me in my head unbidden.
Yes, I'll say you get that benefit. That's fine.
You're just sitting there
Yeah.
and
I
you
have spell slots
finally.
for level 2, but I don't have any level 2 spells available yet. Okay.
I was like, oh, I did know how to cast that spell.
Including my always prepared spells? Damn. That's annoying.
Good map. I'm sure I've seen this map before.
I never know how to say
Means
it.
I probably looked at it
Chesepeku.
some. Yeah, it means I looked at it for within or something at some point.
I had a
Or
couple
Infinite.
variant, or not variant, but I had a couple different maps prepared for today because I didn't know if a fight was going to happen, where it was going to happen. All right, let me go ahead and
Okay,
Sorry.
let's move some screens around, Kristen.
everybody can also roll me initiative.
Yeehaw.
I'll roll the damage on this thing.
when I remembered to actually roll my dex saving throw with advantage, it was a 19. It was a nat 20, but -1 makes it a 19.
Oh, I forgot Jack
why are
of all
these-
trades on initiative.
Initiative counts as a. Oh, well, I guess it's. Wait, hold on.
I think enhance ability is an hour, and if we had a short rest, that's an hour, right?
I'm gonna have to finish these token names.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
Why am I first?
You have like the second highest dex, probably. What are you doing, man?
Sorry, not me. I'm looking at token names. Okay.
I do think that token, that Magitech arm is called non-player character.
Yeah, I didn't update the token names when I made the sheets fresh and then I forgot to update the token names.
Roscoe's on there twice. For some reason.
One is your
Okay.
character and one's your token. That's weird.
Oh,
That's fine. What was your roll? 12?
It should have been 12.
I might have done something on accident. Okay. Let me fix these magic armors. So the those of you who succeeded on the save will take 12. Those of you who failed will take 24. From this explosion.
What's the
the
DC?
fire?
No,
Oh,
DC.
What's
Sorry. I'm doing several things at once. It was a 14.
yeah?
Wait, is that right?
I assume that a nat 20.
Yes.
means that, yeah.
Yes.
Please tell me it was 14 because I got that exactly.
Yeah, it was 14.
Nice.
So did anybody fail?
Oh, me.
Can can Agatha and I, in our both having nat 20s on that, somehow support Roscoe in getting down fast enough?
You know that scene in Endgame where Ant-Man's at the window and then the orbital strike hits? That's Roscoe by the window just getting launched backwards into the room.
Yeah, it's like maybe what happens is, uh, I try to knock you down to keep you out of the strike range, and Agatha trips. you
God,
to make it
Agatha
happen.
is already under feet. You trip. Actually, you have to make a new deck save.
Sorry, I just have to. Okay, now they're
I'll fall
updated.
out the window and take 24 damage.
Yeah.
The names should now be correct. They're no longer non-player characters. Asta, so you like walking
like how
Kareen's
it's, like,
into
funny.
room. Everybody dives for cover successfully, I think. Did everybody make the save?
Except for
No, that's
Roscoe.
what we were just.
Except for
Yeah, that's what we were
Except
just
for
talking
Roscoe.
about. If we could
Why
leverage our
can't I see my
nat
token?
20s to
Okay.
save Roscoe.
You can't see your token,
can't see
or
your
you can
token.
only see
I
your
can see
token.
your token.
No, I can't see it. Like it's just like a blank square.
Hmm. Let me pull you out again. I don't know why that's going on.
Also, I maybe just deleted myself. I don't know how that possibly happened, but
Come on, Jack.
I
Okay,
literally have the token still is there. Hang on, maybe it's
Okay,
still
I see
there.
my
But
token now.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
like
know.
the
I don't know what's
picture's gone.
I got it.
Okay.
Weird. I know what was happening. I don't know why it was doing that.
All right. One more time, and then Chris got a 12. Oh, I also need to update Red's tokens names. I'll do that in a minute. Asta, this just exploded. Everybody like heard down and hit the deck. Roscoe took more of the brunt, but you know he's stinky. Glancing outside the window and partially the like burst out frame of this building, you can look around and see like soldiers have this place kind of surrounded at various different points. They're like standing at high points, guns out, a couple dudes like walking up this way towards you. What are you doing?
Would you say that I would have had bombs on my person as just like a standard
Yeah, I think
thing that I usually do? Okay.
I think that's makes sense.
I'll say that since it's before leveling up, I would have had 4 available to me. So I would have had, just for consistency's sake, I would have had 2 grenades, 1 cryo, 1 noxious. 'Cause I like to have at least 1 of everything on me.
Actually,
knowing
sorry.
that-
Do
yeah,
you want to take a break before we get into this? Yes.
wouldn't
okay,
hate that
let's-
honestly. Actually,
Let's take 10 minutes and then come back. Don't
Okay.
go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to the second half and the beginning of the fight. As we get into things, I had rudely interrupted Maddie. What is Asta doing?
Just in almost a knee-jerk reaction after having a rocket shot at her, she is going to we're on a roof or in a room?
You're in a room.
In a room, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if this.
Now that there's an opening, can I see these soldiers outside?
Yes, you can. Posted up, getting ready to start shooting at you.
That one's in range. All right. Not thinking at all, just almost as a reflex, she's going to pull from a bandolier that she has kind of hidden underneath her coat. Is going to pull a small circular device. She pulls a pin from it. It starts to smoke a little bit, and she's gonna lob it at the closest soldier.
He's gonna make a dex save.
Damn.
Wow, these guys, amazing. He leaps backwards, but does manage to get out of there. Move.
All right, I believe it still takes half. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So that'll be 12. Oh wait, yeah, I have 12.
11 if we're doing rounding down like normal.
Sure,
And
you're
I'm
right.
going to use that instead of a bonus action. That'll be a full action because I'm not making it a weapon attack on my front
Okay.
action. So they're a little far, but I can throw something. And then I'm just going to move. I don't know. I guess I'm not really going to move. There's not really enough. There's a hole in the wall. It's fine.
Okay, sure.
And I think that's it.
Can before the
let's-
second rocket that's about to hits us, Zed yells scatter.
That's fine.
Zed's like, don't clump
okay.
up.
Are we in a room that is on the first floor of a building, second floor of a building?
It is a one-story, like, it is a detached office for like a construction center, shipping yard, etc. So it is like
Okay,
a
great.
one-story building. It's essentially made out of like the cheapest materials. You could get cover, like go up against the remaining section. You could go out, however you would like to move.
Yeah, can I make it over to like the corner here on the
Yeah.
outside of the building? Okay,
Totally.
then I'll do that.
Just gonna hop out and then go around.
Yeah.
Right. The magic armor, which rolled really good because. Is that right? Oh yeah, I did crit. Only has +1. They begin to stomp forward. What's their noise begin? Yeah. Stomps forward. It's a little bit far from you guys. And it's going to attempt to hit Roscoe with an electric beam.
As you do.
You see this sort of center bit begin to like, it's like it looks like a big lens, almost like the end of a telescope, begins to like glow and spin slightly, so it shoots out a crackling beam of energy. Roscoe, I need you to make me a save.
Terrible.
Okay.
It says con in the text of the thing.
It's to be not be stunned. I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a dex saving throw on the damage, and if you are hit by it, you have to, because this is save or suck. If you
Yeah.
save, it doesn't do anything. So I also need you to make a con save. Okay, you're fine. So you are hit. You do take that damage, but you are not affected by the stun. Yeah.
I've taken
really
48
high.
damage.
I'm rolling really
That's
high on these damage rolls. You're fine. This soldier's gonna go. He's gonna take a pot shot at Agatha.
You're fine. You get sniped for 176 damage right now.
Agatha. You're gonna take. Does that hit you? Yes, it does. You're gonna take that.
I'm not seeing the rolls.
It was a 17 to
12.
hit and a 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay.
So
Uncanny dodge.
Pretty high. Yes. All right. That's gonna be. Yeah, he's gonna stay posted up there. They've got you in like a kill box a little bit. This other one is going to shoot at Silas. They're all kind of picking targets. But it blinks against the wall there. And then it's going to be Zed's turn.
Zed was so sure that he was going to do one thing and then just saw Roscoe take a lightning bolt to the chest and like considers. I have a question, and it's something that
Yes.
I've forgotten. How do limit breaks work? Is it we can do it once per day
I think
when we're
it's-
below half health?
Yeah, they're
Correct. Yes.
Okay, great. Zed looks at Roscoe and kind of says, "I've seen you get hit harder than that," and turns to the Magitech armor and like holds his hand up, and a crosshair appears at the tip of his finger, and I'm going to scan the Magitech armor.
All right.
I don't know which is the appropriate skill check. Is it history for Magitech or is it Arcana?
I'm going to say Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah, you know everything.
Thanks so much. I'd like to know its max HP and its
150.
vulnerabilities. 150.
Actually, sorry. I meant to do this earlier. I wanted to do the actual roll for these guys.
Come on,
171.
100. Great, excellent. That's the one that I targeted, right?
Yes.
171. Okay. Zed's like, ugh. And vulnerabilities.
It is vulnerable to lightning damage.
Okay. Zed says to Roscoe, and loud enough for everybody to hear. It's like, all right, hit him with lightning. They're gonna take some punches, and then I'm gonna kind of duck out this way. But on the way, behind Zed, this huge, like, translucent blue image of a monster that probably none of you have ever seen before. It's a bird with these huge wings, but like a cormorant like beak. It's huge. It's like as big as one of these Magitech armors, and it beats its wings. And I'll cast White Wind on everybody, and you can all regain 4 hit points. You're welcome. It does other very good stuff that is not relevant right now. It wouldn't even have cured stun. I don't really think about that. But yeah, I'm going to go as far as my movement can, like this way. if that's fine to like that.
Right.
I assume there's
It's
a
going to
12
be
hit.
Agatha's turn.
Right. So how easy is it going to be for me to hop out a window so that I am on the main floor?
Incredibly easy.
Oh, sick! I'm gonna do that.
There's a giant hole in the side of the
and-
building.
Right. So Agatha is moving out of the building. And this thing right here that I am clicking.
It's like a
Is
trash
that
compactor.
could I like post up behind it?
Totally, yeah.
And maybe do a bonus action hide?
For sure.
Hell yeah. Do you I will go ahead and roll that real quick then. Why aren't you rolling?
I got the first one I saw was 22.
Oh, I might need. Let me refresh the page then, real quick, because
Okay,
I'm not
yeah.
getting any of the updated rolls. I think. Cool. So we are moving over here. We are hidden, and then we are going to pop up, targeting the guy up top.
Okay.
And we are going to leverage just a cantrip. Agatha like sights him, points at him, and she's got on all of her like teenage studded jewelry bullshit that's all like really cheap and tacky. But at some point, some sort of spellcasting focus got mixed up in there. And we're going to do a firebolt. What the fuck?
Like, output it twice for some reason. That's okay.
Yeah.
You should have advantage because you're hidden.
Okay, great.
Which makes that a hit.
Okay, great. And we are going to utilize my amateur's intuition also. Or can that be a cantrip, or does it have to be a leveled spell?
No, it could be a cantrip. You can do it however you want.
Great. So that I can also pop some sneak attacks onto that. Level 6, that should be 3 sneak attack dice, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Or can I auto? Were you very kind in setting up that I can
It should
just...
be correctly if you hit sneak attack. I think.
Excellent. Wherever that is hidden on the sheet.
It should be on the side. I favorited it. 7, so 15.
Mhm.
Yes. That is enough to bring him down. As he takes
Great.
his firebolt to the side, kind of blowing up his helmet electronic bits, and falls. Landing. They are unconscious. Fight. Going to be a special turn. They're gonna run out. Moving past the magic armor. And they're gonna cast their own firebolt on Roscoe.
Roscoe never gets a chance to trance.
That should be 2d10, but it also misses. Sure, fixing a sheet, but I'll do it in a second. That's gonna be his turn. This soldier's gonna go. This one. Also going to shoot Roscoe. Just is in the open at the moment. For 9.
Roscoe, no.
And then it's going to be Roscoe's turn.
Roscoe slumps to the floor, bleeding to death. No. Okay, so since this window is open, Roscoe is going to move forward. And if the wording on the ability is correct, I would be able to use my non-reckless attack. Since I have 5 feet left, it would just go to 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Roscoe will move 35 feet of his 40 up to the specialist. And will use his bonus action to enter into a trance, that like boxing flow state. He brings his arms up, the sleeves are still burned, and the it's now more visible that there is like some type of cylinder mechanism around like the bicep on the arms that rotates out this like reddish orange crystal and for like an electric blue one as lightning sparks up his arms. And I'm going to not make a reckless attack. I'm going to make a guarding attack. As he brings his fists up in like a defensive stance.
You do have 2
takes 2
attacks.
swings. Yes. And we'll take 2 swings. I think I rolled twice for some reason.
Something weird about the
I don't know
rolls,
why it's like
because it's been doing it with
double-
it did it with like my first one a couple of times,
It might be
but
the
it doesn't take any of the second
dice thing. It wasn't doing it earlier, so I don't know what's going on there. It might be a
thing. For me, it was
I'll
the
figure it
first
out.
time I logged on and did an attack roll after each one.
I'll
I'm wondering if it's the pop out thing because it's the only thing I've added that's messing with it. But
No, because it was doing it before that as well. It was doing it when I was testing.
so 21 and a 22 to hit.
it might just have been up too long because I've had this up since yesterday. Although I refreshed it, so anyways, he's gonna take the 10 points of damage. The second attack also hits.
The 10 should be a 12 because the rage bonus, the trance bonus, or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And the second hit, not as good, but not 12, so 24.
HP up. Okay, he is not looking great. He's a little bit beefier than the other guys, but it is definitely bloodied as you deal him 2 big blows. All right, it's gonna be Orion's turn, or Silas's turn. I don't know why.
Sorry, I thought I was looking at the wrong spot on the combat tracker. Silas, is this spot here? I'm gonna move to it, or let's see. The little red, yeah, that spot where the is that like a point of cover, or is that like a ladder, or is it like
No, those are steps down. This is on like a slight raise. Oh, sorry. Sorry. This is on like a slight raise. Why is it not pinging? There we go. Compared to this.
Okay, got it. So I won't move there. I will move here briefly, long enough to pause and cast Bless. And as Silas does, as Silas reaches into the air and just kind of almost plucks at invisible faint strings leading to each of you, it's like a kind of like in his background where it's like those constellation marks, and each of you is outlined briefly in like a nimbus of silver gold. And go ahead and take bless. Let's see. And I'll upcast that so I can throw it on all of us. And then I'm gonna stay here for a moment. I'm going to cast, or not cast. I think almost like as you were like charging off, like Silas muttered something to you, and it's there's a fight, one of your last few fights, maybe like in the last 5, where you were in a like a recent fight, and it had been the cover pages for that fight had said, Roscoe holds out, and it was a moment where basically everybody had taken you thought you had taken the knockout blow, and you didn't. Like you just stood up right through it. And Silas says, that fight against the slasher, when you kept it up in the 4th round, and it's just like that moment to remind you and to invigorate you. And that is, you're going to take 1d8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my wisdom of temp HP.
Okay.
And I'll output it to chat. There you go.
Can you also output bless so we can
Yeah, I'm trying to get it
Apply
to
it.
add the effect?
pop up. It didn't go when I upcast it, so I'm trying to figure out why.
So that's 8 temp HP?
No, it's 15 or no, 5, 6, 4,
Oh, okay.
4, 8. Okay, so 7 baseline, 12. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong side of my thing, trying to do bless at the same time. 12 temp.
I can add that.
Can you see bless yet?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Except it won't let us add the effect.
And who woke up left?
Should be everybody.
Everybody? Okay.
Yep, everybody. And then I will slip into this space with you. Let's see. What did it happen? I'll come back and try to get behind this thing.
Okay, everybody should have.
Yep.
I do.
I know you told us to scatter, but I don't see much coverage. Like much place to not be.
That's all right. Zed's quite confident they're not going to kill you anyway. I might. I'll use my magic missile on you.
This one's
It's
behind.
not very good. Yeah. Just a barrage of level 3 magic missiles into Silas's spine. I think it's good
Okay, I was just
that
fixing it to be ready
literally
real quick.
all 4 of us have run backwards, and Roscoe is about to get absolutely swarmed by 2 Magitech armors.
All right, yeah. So this
Yeah.
guy is going to take a shot at Roscoe. Actually, this guy's going to take a shot at Silas, because they're not dumb. They just saw you use a buff spell.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Missing?
not a frontline fighter.
Not sure what your AC is, but I think that's a miss.
Yeah, it's a miss.
All right. The other Magic armor is going to step forward. It's actually going to full move because it doesn't want you guys to get away. So it is storming past the other one, kind of trying to move into a better position. This soldier is going to also begin to move forward. Take a shot at Roscoe. Only person I can hit.
That's a disadvantage.
You're correct. Sorry. 15.
Just hits.
That was me. I don't. So you take 6, and then this guy
Just the
is going to take
three.
a long shot over at Agatha. $16.
Yeah, 16's my AC.
For 12, pretty high. He's then going to hop down. So that takes a little bit extra movement, and also begin making his way over there. And then we're back to the top with Asta. These guys are laying down the firepower. What are you doing?
Doo-ba-doo. I am going to cast Fairy Fire. Gonna place it. Dang. I want to get more than just 2 of them.
As the bends space and time to try and get more than 2 people.
Ooh, ooh.
Delete both of those. Jesus.
Yeah.
I thought I could I can't rotate it for whatever reason.
Oh, you want to... I forget what it's... Alt.
I forget how you do that.
No, that's...
If I can't, it's fine. Just the best way to get at least one of the Magitech armors.
Shift scroll to those. That doesn't seem to be doing the thing.
Just delete that one and I'll place a new one.
Okay.
Is there a way to take the square and rotate it to a diamond?
I
That's
don't
what I was
think
trying
you're
to do,
technically
but-
supposed to be able to do that, actually.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, figured
you
that.
can't.
I will go for, then I'll just go for that place there.
These
So those
two.
two
Okay.
get to make the save.
Well, the magic armor is probably going to fail. Spoiler. Yeah. Yeah, so the soldier manages to get out of the way, but the armor is lit up, and you'll have advantage against it.
Great, that's my action. And then bonus action. No, I can't do my bombs because I didn't do a weapon attack as an action. So that, and then I will move. I'm gonna move up. Oops. Be helpful if I chose the right thing. So that I can provide maybe some extra target. It's not just Roscoe getting
Be a target?
destroyed.
All right. Sure,
Yeah.
that's fair.
That's it. That's my action or my turn.
As you bravely, but perhaps foolishly, move in to help Roscoe, this Magitech armor can't get to you. So we'll move up a little bit. And then shoot a fire beam at you.
Okay.
Need you to make a dex save. But you easily dodge out of the way. Your dex save is huge. Wow.
I have resilient.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, you just like throw yourself to the side as the beam just like scorches its way up the side of the building, and we see like a bit of collapse happens inside. Probably a good thing nobody's in there. It's gonna be its turn. This guy is gonna take a shot at Silas.
Oh, and it added bless.
Easiest
It's
to
like there's no
see.
way you get +9 with resilience.
Yeah. That's what I realized.
No.
Missing Xylus, and then it's gonna be Zed's turn.
Oops. I didn't mean to roll that again.
That's okay.
My turn. Oh my god, it's so weird having just player controls for the tokens.
Yeah.
Zed will run out. Don't really know what to do. The guy that's fighting Roscoe.
Yeah.
Zed like
Seems to be a
flicks his wrist
squad
and
leader.
Zed flicks his wrist, and where the puppet would often be connected to the strings, this time it just comes out and is empty, and only Zed and that guy see a cactus that does a little dance, and I'll cast Needles on that guy. And I will roll a natural 1. No. He takes 12 points of damage.
Okay, sorry. It's not working. Let me do the damage. Sorry, which one again? This guy.
Specialist. Yeah.
That is just enough. Yeah, that's exactly enough. As he takes a bunch of needles to the face.
Well, since that actually effectively ended him, I will use my bonus action to instead of the beastly appearances of my blue magic, Zed casts traditionally with like a wave of his hand and like a stern kind of single barked order in an arcane language. I'll cast Healing Word on Roscoe.
Okay. The stream is being weird.
For 11 points of healing for Roscoe. 3rd level, I cast it.
Yeah.
And then I'm done.
Right. Agatha.
I will take it.
I've got some things I want to double check on
Sure.
real quick. In your initial, Discord message to me about like some of the abilities, one of the things that was included was misdirecting blast. Did we rethink that, or do I still have it because it's not in the sheet?
I just forgot to add it. Probably is what
Okay,
happened.
cool. So just to reiterate, starting at 3rd level, whenever you damage a creature with a spell, that creature can't use its reaction to make an attack of opportunity against you until the end of your turn. So
it was like not a
I wanted
clickable
to-
thing, I think, so I didn't
Okay.
prioritize it in my
I just
brain.
wanted to double check. The next thing that I want to double check on, one of the reasons that Booming Blade is such a great spell to have as an arcane trickster is because it specifically requires a melee attack, not a spell attack. So you generally will just get sneak attack if you're already set up for that correctly. This says with a spell. This says when you damage a creature with a spell, but not with a spell attack. How does that? If I say Booming Blade, one of these guys, would we say?
My intention with the wording is that if for some reason you took Fireball and you damaged them with Fireball, misdirecting blast would still apply. So
Okay.
It doesn't have to be one that has an attack roll, but it could be.
Okay. Then my order of operations is as follows. That guy got fairy fired, correct?
Yes.
So Agatha is going
and there was
to.
I don't remember what spells you have, but there was a call out that they're weak to lightning.
Okay, it's not helpful for me. Why can I not select my token right now? There we go. Agatha is going to use her full movement to get right up in melee with this guy, and pulls out a rapier. Who let a teenager have this? I don't know. Probably no one. I like to imagine.
This world has so many cool weapons, and you're like, a rapier,
Yeah,
like a gunblade.
her father had like a collection, like her
Yeah.
grandfather collected swords, and she like stole one of those one day, and her dad hasn't noticed yet, or he's not said anything. Either, which is a very distressing sort of response to that. So we are going to make a booming blade attack. Where the fuck did my character sheet go? Should just let me do it straight from booming blade, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so.
Nope, that's just the that's not the attack roll, but that's the damage. Okay, so what the actual
Oh.
attack is, there's the rapier.
I'm gonna refresh the page after this just to see if that fixes that weird bug because it's bothering me. That's gonna hit.
And I think that had okay, that is gonna hit. Does Fairy Fire give advantage, or
It does. So you can.
okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that just for fun.
Just in case. I
Um
mean, a crit would be. pretty good for this.
and that damage did not, so it's can I go ahead and hold on to the 4? So it was a 9 for the actual rapier, 4 from the booming blade.
Yeah.
And then my 3 where did sneak attack go? My 3d6 from sneak attack.
Ooh,
very
good.
And then it can't, because I attacked it with a spell, I'm taking advantage of misdirecting blast. So I'm going to use my bonus action to dash away.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yep. Let's see. We're gonna go,
You scamper right back where you came from.
I'm thinking about it. I think right back where I came from,
Okay.
yes.
Agatha just like dashes up super quick, stabs out, and there's like this like effect out of the rapier as this like thunder damage goes off, and then the pilot is like, and they're like shaken up for a second. They like think about going to make a swipe, but you've already run back by the time that happens, and you deal quite a bit of damage. That's like 23 points of damage in total to that to the magic armor. It's
Internally, Zed's like impressed, and then you run fucking
Still
back
beefy.
fast to not fucking scatter and be standing next to another person, and the internal Zed's like, this is gonna be hell.
Agatha,
all right.
scattering back, does hear a comment from Roscoe that just calls out, "Nice footwork."
Zed, you're
It's
gonna take a
just
shot
thumbs up.
that misses.
that
and it's
attack
gonna be
at Zed?
Roscoe's turn. Yes.
How could someone attack Zed?
Um,
He's just an innocent man.
Roscoe is going to move into melee with this Magitech arm.
Hey, get it to move.
I'm trying to make
And
Booming
then-
Blade happen.
Important clarification. Does
Yes.
temp HP limit breaks? Or is it just
I'm gonna say no.
max HP?
I will say it's
Okay.
only normal and max HP. It's a good question and
Then-
something I didn't really think about.
Then, in the range of being 1 point below half,
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Roscoe is going to bring his arms back up in a guarding like stance, as he doesn't need to reckless since this thing is lit up. And when he brings his arms up, the lightning that was already kind of coursing through it glows like so bright that it begins to arc and like cut into the ground and concrete and burn it.
as he is going to limit break.
Oh, I didn't add this to your sheet, but
I remember
I'm just gonna remember it.
Yeah, I remember the thing. So
Yes.
he will attack with his action and also make an attack with the bonus action to activate it.
I'm just gonna put the text in chat.
Elemental
Cinematic
D
Zoom.
channel.
Because the rolling's been weird, I'm just gonna roll this.
That's fine. Yeah.
That stuff.
Oh, I said I was gonna refresh and I didn't. My bad.
So one of those that would be a 14 plus a d4. 15. Probably not gonna hit. Unless these things are just big and bulky,
No.
so they're easy to hit.
Oh, there he sees. So.
Second will be a 19
1 second.
plus a d4. So 20.
That's definitely gonna hit. Sorry, I'm just double checking. The first one was a 15.
Yeah.
That does hit. They're not hard to hit. They're beefy.
Okay.
Damn it, stop it.
And then yeah, that'll hit. The 14 plus 8. Okay, so all 3 hit.
All right. So this is gonna be a lot of damage.
I'm going to roll the elemental part by itself because that's going to get doubled because of the vulnerability, right?
Yeah.
So bludgeoning damage wise, it takes 41 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And then with each successive punch into the main body of this thing, the lightning that's already arcing off of Roscoe's arms gets more and more intense until the point where it's beginning to before the fist is even connected, the lightning arcing off of it is cutting into the machine. As it's now going to be 94 lightning damage.
That's a lot of ones, but it does double.
Yeah. So that's 38.
Yes. This thing is now bloodied. As it's got huge dents in the legs. Like lightning is coursing up into the user, into the operator. It's like glitching, but he's still moving it. Not well, but it is still moving. All right. Anything else on your turn?
I think that's everything I can do.
All right. I'm going to quickly hit F5. Hopefully this doesn't just break the whole thing. I don't know if that's actually... Did that reset anything for anybody else or no?
No.
It just refreshed for me. Okay. Well, I don't want to take it down, so we'll just press on, I guess.
So
Unfortunate.
did I.
Silas.
All right. Silas is going to sidle over here. And I'm going to cast Aid on Agatha, Roscoe. What does Zed look like at this? Like, does Zed look like he's been hit pretty hard, or is Zed doing okay?
Zed does not look like he's in pain. Like his coat is slightly on fire from the rocket, but not noticeably bad.
All right. Then in that case, I will apply the aid to myself because I got hit pretty hard by the explosion, even though I dodged it, sort of. So aid for Roscoe and Agatha, 10 max HP. And would it take like a bonus action to glance down at this person down here and see if they're carrying any weapons or shield or any sort of thing that I can swipe?
You just look. They have a rifle and a longsword, both Imperial standard issue.
Okay. I will glance at that and then use my bonus action to throw some temp HP on Agatha, and that's the same thing. It's like as he walks past Agatha, he says, "Excellent strike earlier."
She beams. She absolutely beams. And then she pretends that she doesn't care.
Yep. Yep. Silas does the turns away too fast to see her reaction that he always does for her, and that's your
For privacy, as a courtesy, you see.
yes. There's your invigorate. +7. Oh, did it actually do this?
Yeah, I fixed it.
Okay, thanks. Cool. So it's 12.
God bless.
Yeah, 12 temp. All right.
And yeah, so 12. Yeah, 12 temp and 10 max to you, Agatha. And 10
God,
max
that
to
helps so
Roscoe.
much.
Yeah, I get that was looking a little.
A little haggard.
Some of you are pretty fine. Some of you are not. Let me put it that way. And the other thing I will, on this note, like Roscoe, you know, previously you maybe wouldn't have been down, but that initial like instances of damage, like the rocket, the beam, etc.,
Oh, yeah.
would have almost knocked you flat, and you feel like pretty good still. Surprisingly.
Definitely some weird Esper shit happening.
All right, the soldiers. I'm gonna go. This one. Run up. To here. Take a shot. Again, I think it's Silas. Like they see that you're healing people, doing stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the only person I can seem to hit is Roscoe. This magic armor is beat up. It's going to use its claws on you. It's going to make 2 slash attacks with these big. They're like downward facing, chunky, metallic claws, almost like reverse brain. What's the machine that lifts things up? Forklift, almost like a reverse forklift arm. Oh, these should be at disadvantage.
Glad it was
Which is
disadvantage.
very good for you. So 16 and 14. Or sorry, 23.
They both hit.
Okay. So you can take a lot. Not the crit damage. 11
So
plus
16 and
17.
17.
Yeah. Still
16,
quite a lot.
17, reduced by half. I'm still have the arms up guarding, and while the blows still like rain down, kind of batting them back up, the arms pulse with lightning, as it does take my proficiency bonus in lightning damage
It
for hitting
does.
me while in guarding attack position.
So it will take 12.
So it deals 12 points of lightning damage to itself.
That's pretty good.
That is
Yeah.
pretty great.
And then the soldier is going to go. This guy going to move
16.
through here. Take a shot at Zed. $15?
That was
Narrowly
medium
missing
armor
you.
proficiency.
This one's going to run up to take a couple slashes at Asta, switching to the longsword, which they do have. They get 2 swipes with their longswords. $18 and 17, hitting you twice for a total of 17 points of damage. And then it's gonna be your turn, Asta. There's now a guy up in your face.
You're muted.
Thank you. Since he's right up in my face, I'm going to pull out the not the gun. Where's it? Jesus. The hammer that I have, because I do keep one on me because of mechanic shit. So I'll try to attack him with my hammer.
Yeah,
Crit.
you crit him.
Wow.
He goes to defend him with the sword he just slashed at you twice with, or hit you twice with, and you just clonk him
Great. Then as a bonus action, I want to,
for a very small amount of damage.
yeah, bonus action, I will toss my noxious gas bomb.
All right. Where are you putting it down?
Doing it in a way to hopefully try to get him in a magic tech armor in it, but
Yeah, that's fine. The magic armor, unfortunately,
just to see.
is immune.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Learning things.
Yeah. the guy in the suit is encased, so he's
In
protected.
case, yeah.
This one should be a con save. So I set that up wrong.
Okay.
Do that. It's better for you if it's a con save. So he failed. He's going to take that 19. And he actually, that's enough. He goes down choking as you roll this bomb slightly behind him.
Sick. And then I'm going to move away from my own bomb back towards the other people a little bit.
Right. The Magitech armor.
Why are we in a why are we all still in such a small fucking area?
Because I have
That is
to be
going
within
insane.
30 feet.
God damn it. I was trying to move
is-
away from that thing and it came.
Is going to move forward and make an attack on these things have reached an attack on Asta and an attack on Zed with its claw arms. So on Asta, missing.
Ah.
It shears into the
Sorry.
building, and then
I
on
feel like a
Zed,
crit's coming for me.
Oh!
No,
A critical 4.
that's actually an
crushes
annoying.
into the crushes into the floor, but doesn't hit you. This soldier is going to start to move forward. Take a shot on Silas.
I'm never gonna.
I'm
hit
rolling
those.
really, really bad. It's going to be Zed's turn. They
Well,
have pretty decent bonuses.
Wait,
I should be hitting you
You want to
guys
know
more.
a secret? You want to know a
Yes.
secret? +5 is bad. That's what I learned from X-Scroll. +5 is not very good.
Hmm. Yeah. There's a lot of them, though, so I should still be hitting more than this.
Zed inexplicably just unhittable by pretty much everything. This thing has reach.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I'll step out of its range, I guess. Zed's smart. Zed will step out of his range. Its range that way.
It'll take a swipe.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that was terrible. I'm trying to get into limit break range. Do you not understand me? I'm trying to set up limit breaks. I'm gonna go
Listen,
this way.
I would like to
And
help
as Zed-
you.
As Zed is moving, he is fumbling through all of his pockets, and he just pulls out half a deck of cards that he randomly has there, and just holds them up and blasts a spray of cards outwards in a cone. This is also a 3rd level because it's all that I have spell slot wise. How do I rotate the thing, the cone?
Should be
Oh, that's how.
I think
mouse
scroll
wheel,
wheel?
shift and mouse wheel.
Yeah, there it is. It's both of them. It's 15 feet.
Sure. So you get deck saves. Succeeding and
This is-
succeeding.
Hurtful. They get 9
Ouch.
each.
Jack, you felt the nat 20 coming for you. It's just not. You didn't know
For
what
you.
direction.
Yep.
Yeah. Was for you.
And
but
then I
not-
will
Saw the adjacent direction.
kind of slide around this guy to be near Roscoe. And with a bonus action, I do have some bonus actiony things. Oh, I can't use a spell. I'll scan this guy up here, the furthest away guy.
Yeah, the soldier.
What's the roll for a random human? What's that
History.
roll?
Knowing stuff about Imperial
Uh,
soldiers and stuff.
Give me
Yeah.
give me max HP and
25,
charisma saving blow. Saving throw bonus.
0.
Yeah, great. Okay, that's it.
All right.
They have any learnable blue magic?
No,
No.
they're not monsters. Agatha.
They are the real ones.
So Agatha learned that what she did last turn was very, very effective.
Mm-hmm.
So is similarly going to pop out from her corner, run by this one. We're gonna do a booming blade attack.
I will hit.
And we're just to double check. I know I don't get advantage, but because I have an ally within 5 feet, do I still get sneak attack?
Yeah.
Cool. So that's gonna be, let's see, my that's the booming blade damage.
Nice.
And then the sneak attack damage. Coming shortly. My character sheet just vomited on itself and closed, so
That's okay.
There's the sneak attack. So 18, 28 damage total.
Yeah.
Gonna take the rest of the movement and then bonus action dash. To hop over here.
Okay.
I know that guy's right there. I do see him.
That's fine.
That's
Yeah,
the
no.
whole turn.
Darting the other way, you go and stab this creature or this machine, rather, repeating your feat from last time. Again, weakening it. This one seems a little bit better built. This Imperial Soldier is then going to. There seems to be a crackle on the radio that you guys can't hear, and you see a rocket launcher go and land right about here. Sorry. Yep.
That is unfortunate.
Does it hit the Magitech?
Not if it's a Magitech. Then it's fine.
I'm sorry. This is slightly too big. There we go. It's a 10 foot. So I need the two of you to make dex saving throws.
Oof.
Literally, Bless does nothing for me ever. What? Let's go hateful.
Get this.
I don't think anything anybody could have done was going to help a 2.
No.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
I don't
you
mind
know.
the fact
World
that
plan.
I failed. I mind the fact that Roscoe retaliated with a crit.
Again, you're feeling
Uh,
all these funnies coming for you, but they're
So Zed, you're gonna take 18. Roscoe, you're gonna take 9 fire damage. And it's gonna be Roscoe's turn. As he like unshoulders it and begins reloading.
Well, Roscoe, I think it's still lit up by fairy fire, right?
Yeah, I think so. That just continues,
Uh,
right?
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
Concentration. Okay. Then Roscoe is gonna keep just trying to.
Asta should have made 2 concentration checks when they took that damage.
That's
If you
true.
want to do this now, Maddie.
Wait, sorry, what's happening?
You should have done 2 concentration checks from when you took that 9 and 8 damage, so they're both 10 for fairy fire.
Plus the D4.
When did I take
I think
that
there's a
damage?
100% chance that Maddie doesn't realize that she took 17 damage before.
Maddie,
Because Maddie
Nope.
is
right
distracted.
before your turn, the
Sorry.
soldier walked up to you, hit you twice, and then you hit him back.
Oh, that's
And
right.
you should have made 2
I completely
concentration
didn't
checks.
even like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you
Oh,
took
that's
17.
right. You didn't remember that.
You took 17
I
total
noticed you
damage.
not noticing.
I trusted Maddie foolishly. You took
I
17
was-
damage,
I
and I need you
noticed
to make 2
and was like,
concentration checks. You're fine.
I'll mention it later.
And then one more,
Okay.
please.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it. Okay.
Why was that also a crit? This is all
okay,
unnecessary.
Yeah, they're still fairy fired.
Okay. Then yeah, Roscoe will keep the guarding attack up. We'll sacrifice his movement speed, and we'll just keep trying to land blows.
All right. Yeah, this one's pretty weakened. That is a hit. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks to Bless.
Yep. And a hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
For 36 points of damage.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, with the doubling. That is just enough to bring it down. What does it look like as you take this Magitech armor down with your bare Magitech fists?
Roscoe from the guarding position, like, kind of sweeps down underneath an arm and just does a full force haymaker on like the knee joint of the robot to bring it down closer, and then we'll do a quick jab and just invert the other leg joint to where like it falls, and then grabs the front of the thing and rips it enough to where he sees the terrified face of the pilot, and then just does a quick jab punch and knocks them out.
There's like smoke coming out of this machine as it's just like shattered by one man.
That'll be my turn.
All right. Did you want to move?
I have no movement.
Oh, you took guard. Okay. Silas. I mean, things seem to be going well for you guys, but they are shooting rockets at you.
not ideal. Silas is going to reach down and collect the rifle off of this soldier. Kind of looks it over and then just clicks like the end of the barrel like against almost like against the sole of his shoe, like he's just kind of feeling out the weight of it. And
You're really bad with these.
say again.
So you're really bad with these.
Yeah, no, he knows he's really bad with these. But what happens is as like he's examining it, right in front of this one that is engaged with Zed, a like a spiritual echo of this rifle appears.
Hmm.
And that's how I cast my spiritual weapon, is just by examining this thing. I'm like, because normally if he was to cast something like this, it would just be a ruler to tap a desk, and a ruler to tap a desk doesn't sound like quite the
Gonna
thing
cut
at
it
the
here.
moment.
All right, this kind of
You might-
spectral gun instead.
Yeah, Zed, you might briefly see the outline of like a ruler, like going to wrap this the knuckles here before it appears as a spiritual weapon. And let's see. I don't know why it just rolls damage and not an attack. That's interesting. 19?
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
I think that's a bonus action, so I can't heal anybody this turn.
Right.
I will use my action then to toll the dead on him.
Wisdom, right?
Yep.
Fail. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a
And
real
the-
indictment of the soulless education system if that was a success.
Should be a D12, right?
Okay.
He's damaged.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. I hit the wrong one. Sorry, I didn't even see that. Watch me roll lower on the D12 than I did the D8.
That'd be
Oh,
hilarious.
Oh,
And that
Also, is
is
it
the
not
difference
2?
between.
Because you're level
Yeah,
5?
2.
Yeah, it should be
Yes, it's true. He's
Okay.
down anyways.
Yeah.
2. But still. Get that extra bit.
Yeah, so the gun blasts and then it echoes, and Zed is going to step further, I think. 30. Yeah.
Did you say Zed is going to?
Zed, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like you called you called your character Silas at one point during this game. There you go. I'm gonna sidle over to this.
Nope.
I'm
spot.
surprised Kristen and I haven't fucked up yet.
That's true.
All of my characters'
Uh,
names start with Z or R. That's how it works.
This guy is going to move to take some swipes on Agatha.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Dealing you 15 points of damage. It's his long sword. He's getting better with the long sword than the gun. Swings down on you twice.
cool. Hold
Yes.
hold the phone.
Yes.
I'm going to use my reaction to throw out and absorb elements at that.
It's just a
Assuming
sword.
I understand how this oh shit. It's not one of the fancy
If it were any
Okay.
other damage, I would allow it.
Never mind.
You
I'll
could
just-
uncanny dodge.
I'll just uncanny dodge then.
So the 9. So it'll be 10 points of damage instead of 15.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a token. for
Dang,
my
there's been so
spiritual,
much
weapon.
fire damage though.
Yeah. It's gonna be S's turn. I'll pull out that token.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to shocking grasp this Magitech armor in front of me. 17?
17 does hit.
Yeah.
Bless
11
is
lightning
putting
damage.
in the work here.
That's 22
Love
lightning
blast.
damage.
Correct.
Sick.
This one's still pretty, less destroyed. But we'll take that as it scatters up its machinery.
And then that's all I'm gonna do because I can't do my bombs. So that's it. I'm just gonna do that and stay put.
Eddie, kick it for 2
Yeah,
damage.
you have-
It's
do you have
really
movement
important.
speed?
You kick that for 2 damage.
What, Chris?
Do you have movement speed?
I do, but I don't want to provoke an attack
It
opportunity.
doesn't have one anymore. Shocking grasp.
Oh!
Hey,
All right.
Get it,
Bye.
get it to move. Get it to move.
I think they did the opposite, actually.
Sorry. I'm gonna go over here.
One
behind
day.
that-
That's
behind that thing.
smart running away. Although not that smart. It's going to hit you with the beam.
Yeah.
We're going to do an ice beam.
Okay.
You need to make a dex save.
The-
You're going to take
Right.
23 points of cold damage, and then I also. Sorry, no, and your speed is reduced to 0 until you or another creature breaks the ice. So the beam just like creates a field
Still
of
have
ice.
fairy fire.
But you
on
still
nothing
have
now.
fairy
No,
fire.
it's on nothing.
I think. Yeah,
You can just end
sure,
them
it's
if-
still up. I think it's probably just breaks, but you probably would have dropped it. But you did use that 19, so that's fine. The magic armor
from
will
me.
then.
Took that 19 from me.
Seeing them as being mostly trapped, will move over to engage the other two. Imperial Soldier.
Oh, it moved? It moved?
Just going for fun.
It moved.
Oh, it did move. Yes, it moved.
Kristen,
Hey!
Kristen, roll exactly 2 damage. Please roll exactly 2 damage. Please, exactly 2 damage.
What? We're living!
No.
I mean, 12 is fine.
11.
No, you're the actively the worst. You ruin all
I'll
of my
take 9
fun.
points.
I've been tracking this thing's health so meticulously.
All right, yeah. This guy is going to run up.
Wait, no. Let me the additional the way that booming blade manifests
Yeah,
is
sure,
suddenly
okay.
in its ears. It starts to like the head of it starts to feel like it's getting tap tapped by like 2 drumsticks until it gets hit by like it's a cymbal, and that sound rings out. Thank you.
Your voice
With that
starts
symbols,
shouting,
that's going to
"Quit
take
your
2 longsword swipes.
Oof.
Wow. Okay. One of which
Crit on
crits for
one.
13. One of them misses.
Great.
And then
I would
your
have
turn.
been alive still, so that's fine. 13. That actually is really annoying. Okay, this thing doesn't have. It does have its reaction back because it just attacked.
Yes, it does.
Andrew, every time we've ever played a game together, I've made a terrible decision to step out of one attack of opportunity to do more damage. Oh, that's fine.
Sorry.
I'll
Are you
healing word myself
learning
first. I'm not
Okay.
learning from the mistake. I'll take the crit
Okay.
and I'll survive it.
Learn
But
from
I'm
my
going to healing
mistake.
word myself first.
Just
Okay.
checking. Just trying to
I
see
get
where we're
crit
at.
by this every time I've ever played a game with Andrew. Okay, great. I healed
The
the
healing
crit
word,
back. And then I'm just going to step away into over the other side of this, the Magitech armor.
The soldier will take a swing. Look, he missed.
Oh, he missed,
It's fine.
okay.
Hey.
All right, and kind of as I'm here, like the adrenaline and the blood that's kind of covering Zed begins to coalesce, and that blue spirit that all of his blue magic has been becomes like a purple, and it starts off as a small kind of bird thing, until it becomes a huge like winged dinosaur type beast, and I'm going to energy ray my limit break directly through this into the guy that just hit me twice.
Nice.
For a moment, it looks like he's riding Valifor.
Don't Don't you take damage during your limit break?
No.
No.
Oh.
Why would I take damage during my limit break? I'm just a
I
blue
thought that-
mage. I'm just a guy.
I thought there was something that you did that.
There was an option we wrote that.
Oh yeah, I wrote a
that
thing. I wrote
Yeah.
a thing where I would just give everything about myself currently to somebody else, and then be gone.
The magic
Self-destruct really
armor
good in this fight, actually.
is still up. It is bloodied as it's now got a beam hole straight through it.
They get to say
but-
what.
Yeah. The guy's gonna die.
Yeah.
I just assumed the Magitech armor failed.
Excellent.
Yeah, the guy dies. He's dead.
Traumatic
Yeah,
dog.
and then
he just
as this huge kind of half dragon, half primal dinosaur thing floats away, Zed kind of just settles back down onto the ground. Eyes much wider than they were before he cast that limit break that he probably couldn't do at level 3.
Yeah. Right. As this beam, like the light from it starts to blink out of everybody's eyes, it's gonna be Agatha's turn.
Yes. Okay. So Agatha looks at this guy in the face and she goes, yikes, Empire sending people to kill kids? I'm literally neurodivergent and a minor. And then she is going to Booming Blade attack him.
Wish I'd energy raid you. That's my
yeah.
feeling.
Silas is too far away that he should not have heard this, but you still hear a disappointed tongue cluck. Like tisk.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Oh, did I actually? Yeah, great. Booming Blade. Let me get my extra. There we go.
No sneak attack.
Oh, I meant to hit Booming Blade
Yeah.
and
That's
just got excited. Actually, okay. So, this is not within the spirit of this bonus action ability. Steady aim, written out, says you can give yourself advantage on your next attack roll as long as you're but your speed is 0. I
Yeah,
think
you
the
can't
intent and you can't move. I've had DMs rule that as it has to be with a ranged attack. I've also had DMs rule that that's fine to do
I think
with a melee. What's your comfort level?
Prefer that it's with a ranged attack.
Okay. I am fine with that. I do think that was the intent, even if it's not explicitly stated in the ability. But yeah, here's the Booming Blade.
Yeah, I mean that's still 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
And this guy is wounded, not down. He hadn't taken any, but wounded.
Yeah. And I will, because I do have my movement still, will back away from him. We'll back away from him in this direct. Is this a thing that I can bonus action press myself up against to get out of line of sight?
Yeah, it's like a shipping container. You could
Sure.
yeah, if you're right here.
Yeah.
Where
do you want me?
That's fine. He can't see you. This guy can.
Yeah, we'll bonus action hide behind that. But as I'm pulling myself back, she's going neener. Yeah.
All right. As that happens, we zoom over towards missile loaded up, shouldered. This guy's gonna yell into a radio. We need backup. And then just I'm gonna take out the white mage, and then just straight missiles, only Silas.
Yep.
Every single time, he's just like, fuck it.
I need to make a dex saving throw.
Oh, that's gonna go well for me. Let's see.
Yeah, bless.
Yeah,
Do
I
have
got
bless.
blessed.
Majesty.
Yeah, you're gonna take 19 points of damage, and I need you to make a con save.
Okay.
It's then going to be Roscoe's turn.
Hey.
You also have bless.
You do feel the Nimbus flicker for a moment before it holds steady. Like, there's a moment where you are not glowing.
Just hear a rocket happen somewhere in the distance. Like, what?
These guys are like dumbfounded as well. They're like, they thought that they were going to take you with like the rocket and then just like a couple blasts from the Magitech armor.
Roscoe is planning to start beating down this machine. Has seen the child get carved up with a sword down below. But this person seems very intent on just hunting them down. So he will take an attack of opportunity and leave the Magitech space.
Right. Take a big claw swing. Dealing 13 points of damage to you. Half is
6. And then we'll get over here. And I imagine the guy is looking towards the
push him.
crates of where he was distracted by
Yeah.
Agatha, and we'll just get like a tap on the shoulder and then a reckless, just straight downward Magitech arm fist to the head.
All right, go ahead and make your check roll.
Terrible. That's still a 15.
That does miss. Their armor class is 16.
All right, second it.
Manages to like just dodge enough that it scrapes by the helmet, but doesn't dodge the follow-up swing even close. And is exactly knocked out.
Yeah, so just wants to dent in the helmet of this guy. And then with the remainder of his movement speed, we'll get back into melee with the Magitech.
All right. Silas. I mean, a lot of the soldiers are gone. There's one armor left. This guy with these missiles, who now seems to be focused on you. You heard him calling for backup, however, so you know that you guys need to finish this fight soon and get out of here. But it is your turn.
Cool. Silas's eyes were on the soldier that had hit Miss Locke, and as soon as Roscoe walks away from that pulped mess on the ground, Silas turns away from all of that, and still like in this like slight crater of detritus from this area where he has been hit from a missile blast, just kind of stalks straight forward, and nothing has hurt him at all, right?
No, this guy's full HP.
Okay. I am going to use magic missile. And the other Magitech is like pretty robust still, right? The Magitech armor.
It's bloodied. It's been busted up, but it has a lot of HP.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna spend all 3.
Amount of HP.
Jack's just waiting for that 9.
It has. I am pretty confident that it ends in a 9, but it's still not worth me casting that spell on it. It took too much damage.
When I cast magic missile, do you want me to roll it outside of the thing? So
yes,
do it
please.
as 3 different. Okay, so I just roll 3d4.
Yeah, +4.
Okay.
Or +3. Whatever it is. All right, he's gonna take that damage.
And so as I cast that and keep watching, I just move straight into his space. Um,
Or is he up on the ground? Or is he
Yeah,
on the ground,
he's
or is
up
he
on. This is like a low platform.
yeah. How much is there a ladder, or is there like a way to get up there?
Yeah, in the
I'm
back.
just trying to.
You could
Okay.
clamber up it. There's like rungs and stuff. It's not too hard.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get close enough that I throw him in the blast too if he gets up to me, and then from there I'll cast.
Yeah, he would. If he tried to shoot straight down, yeah, he'd get
It'd be a
rocketed
problem.
as well.
Cool. Yeah,
Oh, he
then
can
I'll
move.
toll the dead. See if I can
Yo,
hit the right
what?
button this time. Toll the dead.
No. You cast magic
No,
missile.
that's. Oh, sorry. That's. Yeah, sorry. I forgot. I was thinking I had originally planned to do my bonus action, and I threw it off. Sorry.
That's fine.
My bonus action then will be the spiritual weapon shooting the or getting in
Oh,
melee
yeah.
with the magic armor
Sorry.
and shooting it.
I forgot to do the token thing.
Is 10 feet of movement enough, or would I need double that to get up onto that platform? with him?
10 feet's enough to clamber up. Like I said, it's pretty.
Yeah. Silas pops right up there with him and is holding the rifle, but like as a club. It's not. That rifle is not going to get shot. That rifle is going to beat a man.
Rifle's gonna beat it, man. Okay. Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
These are very slow. Try one more time.
What are you crying about?
Nope. All right, hold on.
Oops.
17 plus, I guess.
Drag items out, but apparently I can't. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
1d43, great. I can't click. All right.
Surely there's no
It's
way your
10.
bonus was only 4 anyway, right?
No, it's not.
Spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
Asa, you are encased in ice. You
Can I still do a turn?
You still do actions and stuff, but you just can't move. You're like
Okay, that's fine.
frozen from the knees down.
I don't want to be by this guy anyway. I'm gonna do shatter on him.
What's a con save, I believe? Did that roll?
Damn.
19.
Didn't figure to have good con. Well,
Take 6.
6 damage then. I was just curious.
Well, it
because
certainly
it's, like,
doesn't end with a 9
metal
now.
armor.
Nope.
Nah, my scan gives me all the vulnerabilities if I ask for it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Asta doesn't know that
Yeah.
about Zed, but Zed always
Yeah.
knows all the things.
Thinking I know there's a person powering it or running it. It's still made of metal, but it is magic.
Okay. It's gonna be the armor's turn.
It does have advantage on Roscoe because he used Reckless.
Ah, well, great. It's gonna claw you and claw Zed. Sorry, I didn't hit the advantage button, but that's gonna hit. And then for Zed,
I roll again in case I get a crit.
yeah. No. So kind of bad damage. 12 and 9. 12 on Roscoe, 9 on Zed.
22.
And then it's gonna move slightly just to get up near Zed. And that's gonna be its turn.
I'll take a step back.
All right.
We both have 10-foot reach weapons. None of this means anything.
Well, it's just the principle of the matter.
Zed takes a step back and says to Roscoe, were these always this easy? And I will cast Snare on the driver, which is to say the Magitek armor.
Yeah.
Yes, consumes first slot. It's a charisma saving throw, which I imagine they're great at.
Yeah, super. No.
So that's gonna be a crit then. And then
Yep.
as that happens, the whip like lashes out, but again, there's no puppet on the end of it, and that cactuar does its little dance, and I'll cast needles with my action. Ah, 5.
I thought that was gonna be an 18. Yeah. I'll take
It didn't.
5
I mean, it doesn't
damage.
really matter. But one day I'll get a 20. Yeah. So that's it.
Right. Agatha, the soldier that you were chasing is downed, and in fact, most of the soldiers are downed. You see your.
I wasn't chasing him. He was chasing me.
Is that not what I said?
I don't know. You made a really flippant comment before ending the life of a man. Basically, like you're the real villain of this. You're the villain of this situation.
I don't remember what I said now, but anyways, there's a soldier attacking your teacher up top with rocket launchers and one Magitech armor remaining.
Agatha goes, abso-fucking-lutely not. We're gonna pop over. Is this like a wall?
It's like some equipment machinery. You could get like under it, behind it for some cover.
We're dodging over here. Bonus action hide. There's the stealth check for that.
Yeah.
Nobody can see me. And then like from underneath, and she pops some earbuds in from her fantasy iPod. And as it's playing a very rage fire-filled song, she points at the guy who is attacking her favorite teacher. For another firebolt, hopefully taking advantage of my ability again.
The only teacher you
that was
tolerate.
gonna be
Let's
20
not
for a
be too
second.
flattering of Silas here.
Well,
That's gonna
I mean,
hit.
I still get advantage on it, right? For
Yes, it's true.
hiding reasons. Yes, could still be.
No.
Or
But-
could not be. Okay,
Still a hit.
still a hit. So that'll be the extra, and then here's the extra sneak attack on that.
Yeah, no, you take him down. He's like getting ready to. He's got like the rocket launcher up on his shoulder, looking at Silas. He's getting ready to like leap off and like rocket jump you. He thinks he's gonna look awesome, but he instead takes a firebolt to the face and falls down, like kind of banging on his way down. All right.
This was the man who asked Roscoe for tips in the first episode.
100%. 100%.
It's just the scene in Barry where he shoots his friend, and then Roscoe
Yep.
like later has to come to terms with it.
Roscoe, it's your turn. And as you're like squaring up against this Magitech armor, you just hear crackling over what you know to be the armor's like kind of loudspeaker system to be. Roscoe, how long have you been a traitor, you bastard?
Roscoe will look up at the armor, and then as quickly and as powerfully as he can will reckless attack and swing a punch, as he'll simply respond in kind. How long have you been a fucking dog? And fucking just punch the armor.
Go ahead and make your attack rolls. With advantage.
I'm also going to use
Roscoe,
my
when-
bonus action to burn the
Yeah.
lightning. Right.
Okay, so we'll double that, which is going to get doubled again.
I want Roscoe to know that he would never notice Zed actually showing like any emotion, but it was an eye roll at the theatrics that Roscoe did. That's how eye roll it was.
That will hit.
Yeah.
There's another 8 on top of that, right?
Yeah.
And that will also hit. You have had so many narrow misses turn to hits thanks to Bless.
I know. It's been very, very useful.
Yeah, everybody's benefited from bless. Don't even bother blessing me anymore, Charlie. I don't even want it. It's hateful.
All right, so that is 22
40.
lightning.
Yeah, that's total of 47 damage.
Yeah, you bring it down. How would you like to destroy another Magitech armor?
Beautiful. It's been Rock'em Sock'em
Um,
Robot in here.
Specifically, having ripped open the cockpit of the other one and seeing where the driver is, Roscoe just brings a fist back and punches through the front of this machine, and what isn't seen is his metallic fist is wrapped around the throat of the pilot inside and just chokes him out from the outside of the machine.
You retract your hand back, and the only thing there's some blood on it that you shake away as the battle ends.
Roscoe, Roscoe as that last sound of Roscoe's the clattering hammer from Roscoe's hit happens. Orion is scrambling down this area here and saying, "Backup's on its way."
So we should be going.
Zed turns to Asta and says, "Hey, can you radio Holgar and see if we can get a lift out of here in the next 20 minutes?" And I'll cast White Wind on everybody to give us all another. Don't worry about it. 1 hit point back.
Can I
I'm not
collect that
casting it.
rocket launcher?
I'm not casting it. I realized that it was only 1 hit point, and that is not useful use of my.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll shake off the
Roscoe-
remaining cold, and I will go ahead and radio my captain to see
As I
what.
say, if you still had
is.
ice on you, Roscoe would walk up and punch it to where it's easier to get out of.
Thank you.
Can I take a second to rifle through the pockets of the guy who is next to me?
Sure. Apart from the sword and armor, you find his ID card. So his bureau ID card, etc. And roll me, we'll say 10d10.
How many photos of his kids does this guy have on him? Just out of
It's
curiosity.
gonna be 10d10 amount. No.
And he has 10 of kids.
Damn.
You find 57 gil.
I mean, that's
walking around money sort of thing. But not much else unless you want to pilfer his armor and stuff, or his rifle.
No, I don't even think I'm gonna take the money. I'm just taking the ID.
Yeah, you take the ID, no problem. After a moment, you get a call back, and they say, the port's locked down. We can't take off right now. Can you wait a day or two? If you go outside the city, I don't know what you've got yourself into.
Nothing.
Perhaps a little more excitement than I usually do in my shore leave. We'll see what we can do. Thank you. I'll keep you posted.
great.
Uh,
Let's make for the exit of the
so-
city. If you had loved ones here,
Yeah.
not anymore.
Go ahead.
if this guy doesn't have any insignia that would make him look particularly special, I would just grab the rocket launcher and not spend a whole lot of time
Sure.
rifling.
You have a rocket launcher. I'll say you have 1 rocket. There's 1 rocket that you can take. It's loaded in.
Regular rocket. Amazing.
Yeah.
Is there-
This could be
It's a
super
rocket.
useful. It's heavy as well, so you're
Yeah. No, I get
Love-
down and I'm kind of like just
Let me get
barely
that for
looking
you.
along, and I'm gonna pass it off to whoever looks. I specifically not.
I have a-
Looks baby.
I have a +1 strength.
Yeah, I will
Roscoe
pass
has
it
a
off to
20.
you.
A 20 in strength.
Okay.
Hey,
Uh,
but,
and
hey, but what if I have rocket?
No.
this is where we
You know the same ignoring you from earlier that happened with the you returning? Same moment.
this is where we hard cut to like the overworld, and it shows you guys moving out of the city and into the jungle, just outside of Solness, and kind of just making your way away. And that's where we're going to end today's session. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.